but it's fine. Improvise.
You got
Yep.
this.
You'll be fine.
I still stall for like 5 or 10 minutes whenever I'm about to start.
Right.
Yep.
And I'll give time to get the ads out of the way as well. I think I still have it set up to where they can hear us. Pretty sure I do. I had to readjust my mic because it decided to fall earlier today. I'm like, no. There it goes. All right. It should be set up correctly. Is it just because of where I have it positioned now? Odd. Huh, that's really odd. Interesting. Very interesting. Turn the sync offset. Alright, the ads are officially going now, so we will be live in about 3 minutes.
All right.
I'm excited to be going to space with you guys.
Yeah.
Yay.
Yep.
Back.
See if we can find Katy Perry.
Yeah.
Yes.
Let's
We
do it.
landed perfectly safely. Thank you very mumuch.
Note to self, add Katy Perry somewhere on the rock.
Just want to talk.
Just want to talk.
Her and her tiny flower.
And then we'll probably just kick off with introductions again. That way everyone's on the stream knows who everybody is. We'll only do it the one time, unlike last time where we were doing like the first 10 sessions. We'll just do it the first session where everyone introduces who they are.
They probably all forgot who we are anyway. So
It's been a year, I believe, since we last.
has it been a year?
I think so.
Oh my god.
I'm actually not sure. It might. Yeah, it might even have been more actually.
Oh.
Since we last did it.
I should see how many arrows I have
I think it's
on me.
close,
because
yeah.
short.
Yeah.
Range.
I unfortunately don't have them saved because I was a fool and didn't do that properly. But I've gotten better about transferring my VODs now, so like VODs are actually being transferred now. So as for if it'll be on Spotify, that's another matter. I don't know if I'll do that. Maybe I'll think about it. Editing. I've told so much editing. So much editing. I have an egg.
Happy for you.
Yeah, it doesn't crack. It's a wooden egg. Oh. I also learned that when you open a game in Roll20, whatever module you choose is the module that it will use forever, and you can't change modules on after that. I'm like, well, there's things that I want to steal from.
I do
Yeah,
wish
what?
I do wish that you could like just keep adding stuff in the modules.
Yeah.
Yeah, because there's a couple of modules I wanted to steal from, and it's like, you got to build a whole new game, and I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't want to do that.
Like if you could
Yeah,
just
why?
if you could just transfer it like assets.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I want to do. I want to transfer it as an asset because there's stuff in like Light Azarius where they got maps and stuff, and I'm like, I want to take that. It's like, no. It's
Mhm.
like, but why?
Yeah, but I have it.
But I have it, both physical and digital.
Spend the money twice.
Yeah.
It's true. It's true. I did burn the money twice.
Yeah.
All right, we are officially.
They're doing quite a bit of quality of life stuff.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, you're good. You're good. We are officially alive. So welcome everybody. It's been a while since we've all been together. If you haven't been here before, this is campaign 2 of our D&D session with all of our lovely friends. We will start off with some introductions. If you do not know who I am, I'm Captain Ampez, and I am the Dungeon Master for this campaign. This campaign is not a module. This is all going to be from my mind and possibly stolen from other things. Who knows, possibly. But I'm not alone on this journey in creating this story. I have all of my lovely friends from the previous campaign returning to enjoy space adventures. Working title. We will do introductions and we'll start, I guess, from left to right on the screen on here, which will be starting with Livy.
That's me. Hi, guys. I was part of the last campaign. I believe I was a chaotic good changeling then. I don't really remember. It's been so long. But yeah, we're introducing our character for this one, or
You don't
Just
have
a
to
hello.
you don't have to do a
Okay,
full
okay.
introduction, but probably just like the basic of like your character name and what class and
Okay.
race maybe be.
I'll be
Yeah.
playing an astro elf named Selena. That's all you get to know.
All right.
You'll find out who she is over time, and
Yeah.
so will I.
It's gonna be fun times. Next up we have Melissa.
Hi. I am playing Clementine. She is a half fae druid. Not gonna say subclass yet.
All right.
That's me.
Next up we have Devin.
You heard the good word, Joaquin. Spot of coins. Pleasure to meet you. Introduce you to the only guy that pays back with interest.
Perfect.
Did he prepare that?
I think he did. But it's perfect.
Loved it.
Next up we have Sabado.
Hello, yes. I am Tony Sabato. You'll often hear me referred to as my last name, mostly, I think. It's to avoid confusion. What was the last campaign that we played?
I
The Wild Beyond the Witchlight.
Oh yeah. I
yeah.
was there for that one as well. That was an adorable one.
Mm-hmm.
This campaign I'm playing Silas Ordo. You'll get to know him soon enough.
Yeah. And last up we have Cole.
Yeah. Hello, world. I'm Cole. I was also here for the last campaign. All of us were, weren't we?
I think so.
Where I played Ka-Chunk. That's right. That was my
I
name.
loved Ka-Chunk. You were like the lone survivor when we all got crushed by a tree, right?
Me
Was that a
and
different one?
Melissa,
Yeah.
I think.
That's
Yeah,
right.
Melissa's character survived too.
She always
Scarlet.
does.
I think I started that encounter, and I carry a little bit of guilt. But speaking of people who might survive encounters, I'm going to be playing Cornelius Q. Baranok, a GIF Not to be confused with a Githrezi or Githyanki, a Gif, a humanoid hippo, artificer, which may or may not mean I die to the first breath of stiff wind, or may mean I'm the only person to walk out of every encounter. We'll see.
I mean,
I just have lots of questions about him, but I'll learn, I guess.
I think you completely doomed yourself by introducing yourself as a character that might live.
Oh, without a doubt.
I mean,
I mean,
We shall see.
Also, this is
we
a
all
character
know-
where I actually thought of a character voice ahead of time, so I am absolutely doomed. The only thing giving me any hope is that I didn't develop any character art before this.
Oh. So you're saying
Mm.
because you didn't get fully into it, you might live.
it's like if he dies, he
Correct.
dies. It'll be fine.
Oh, man.
If you're fully invested in a character, you are doomed to death.
I don't know. I've
That's
gone
true.
against that like once. Twice.
Also, if we're being technical about it, technically Devin's original character also survived.
Oh, yeah.
Technically.
True.
Yes, but not as a
Technically.
playable character.
Not as a playable
But as-
character, but technically,
Surviving is what
Matsutake
is technically a
survived.
disease does not
You're
count.
technically correct, and that's the best kind.
A sentient fungus will live on forever.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. Well, with introductions out of the way, I'm just gonna go ahead and move us to your main location.
It's
of the
happening.
Rock. Welcome to the Rock of Brawl. I believe that is how it's pronounced, and that is how I'm going to pronounce it. So here we are.
How's it spelled?
Bral.
Brawl or Brow? I like Brawl.
I like Brawl. I like Brawl. The
Yeah.
W is silent.
Not for long after we hit it.
Yes.
The port that one can get in or out.
Yeah, for the most part. To give a little bit of backstory with the Rock of Brawl, the Rock of Brawl itself is basically the best way to describe it. It's essentially Tortuga in space. It is on basically a giant asteroid that has been turned into a town by basically pirates. There's no better way to describe it. But over time, the town did develop a little bit more to become essentially civilization. It is ran by a prince. There is a prince, but not only is there a prince, there is also basically gang leaders that run different parts of operations on this nice little asteroid. So, I mean, it's still essentially pirates and illegal activities and things of that nature, but there's some kind of governmental society to it as well. So where we begin is we begin with Celine. I believe that's how you say your name, correct?
I'm still bouncing around. Selena?
Selena.
Yeah, just go with that.
Yeah,
Go with that.
We'll go with Selena.
I'm workshopping it.
Selena, you recall sending a mercenary out into space. You had overheard from your underbaron Osmata saying that there was supposed to be a special package coming into the Rock. You had been part of this essentially Yakuza for quite some time. You were adopted to them, but even though you were adopted by them, you never really seemed to be officially part of the Yakuza. You were more like an outcast, essentially. Hearing about this package, you had sought out a mercenary that you had come across several times by the name of Silas and gave him this information. Some time had passed since Silas had gone out, and you start to hear rumors that that ship had been attacked and that there were possibly no survivors there.
Well,
Yeah.
damn.
Yeah, so
There went that. Okay.
so with that information, you just kind of find yourself roaming the dock still, kind of being on patrol.
Okay. Roaming the space dock.
Yeah.
Okay.
I would like you to give me a perception check.
The first perception check of the game, guys.
Yes.
I get
Nice.
it. What an honor. Okay.
Congratulations.
Here we go.
I'm proficient at that. Okay. Dirty
Cool.
20.
Cool.
Heck yeah.
I'm just gonna make a note of that for later.
Starting off strong.
Yes, we're starting off
Start-
strong. So
Starting good.
yes. Okay. So from there, we're gonna move on.
Oh,
Don't worry.
okay.
We're gonna come back to that perception check. Don't
Oh,
worry.
I feel like I'm gonna notice something.
You're gonna know. Yes, you will. You will most likely notice something. Silas, you arrive to the rock after a desperate attack of a ship. Only you were the survivor of this lone ship, but on your journey, basically being stranded on the ship, you had come across a gnome that had came onto the ship and essentially gave you your mechanical arm, and he had told you that his name was Don Roy. And
Don Froy.
I'm gonna actually go ahead.
I have a Don Froy Royal.
Yep, Don Royal.
Don Froy Royal.
And here is what they look like.
I like the goggles.
So Don had told you a story about Lysandra. So Lysandra used to be the home of the GIF, and supposedly there had been many of rumors on how the GIF had lost their planet. Some say that they had destroyed their own home world and were rescued by the Mercane. Some say it, they even sold it, and some even say that it could possibly lie in a distant sphere that no one has even heard. But there's one thing that people have always said about it, and that the planet is full of lost treasure. Now, coming across your ship and seeing that you're the only survivor, even though there's quite a mess here, I would.
Don't I know it?
Yes. I was hoping that you might be able to help me come across possibly some more people to join in this adventure, as I've acquired a map that could possibly take us to this treasure planet, to per se. TM.
You really think it's out there, huh?
Well, the evidence that I have, yes. This map is quite fortunate that I've come across, and I do believe that we'll be able to find something. Apparently, we must travel to different worlds and things of that nature to find some, I don't know, keys or items of some sort, but I'm sure with the proper crew and proper ship, we should be able to find said treasure.
He just kind of looks around at the wreckage, and then, like, at his skirt full of holes. He says, well, I guess I don't got anything going on.
Perfect. Well then, do you have a destination in mind, possibly, of where we could acquire more of a crew?
Do I ever? Spins the space globe to rock a brawl.
Yep.
Is this karma?
And that was in the past, and now you both have arrived at the rock, kind of roaming the streets a little bit. You know that the docks are mostly run by the Yakuza for the most part. Would you say that you might be trying to avoid them, or kind of just...
Yeah, I'll try to mostly stay out of ice shot.
Okay.
You know, not making any direct eye contact with a whole lot of people.
Okay, so from when you're entering into the docks, you would probably say the best spot to go through first to avoid is to basically go through the lesser market. So while you're making your way from the docks, which would basically be over here, it would say we'll enter over in this general direction. You would essentially head straight and then basically head over to this little area over here. And I will go ahead and put this on the map.
We gonna go see Luigi?
Yes. And you know Large Luigi is going to be down here. And I guess the names don't show up when I put them on the map, so that's going to be fun. I was hoping the names would still show up. Maybe if I put them as tokens, maybe that will work. Hold on here. I'll try
I think
that.
there's a way to change it so they do.
I was just gonna say text box, but a token might be better.
Does the name show up if it's a token? Or no?
I don't know. It's not there yet.
Oh, okay. Hold on here. Large Luigi's smaller for sure, but I'll put Lesser Market because Lesser Market's bigger.
I'm so excited to meet Luigi.
Listen, I know a guy that knows a guy, but be on your best behavior, all right?
Oh, well, I tend to always be on my best behavior. I want you to go ahead and roll me a stealth check.
Stealth. $14.
14. Okay. So while you were making your way through the docks to head through the Lesser Market, because essentially what you're probably thinking for plot-wise, and I'll just draw a line so that way it'll be easier, is if you're coming from here, you would probably... Why is that not a line? Freehand, there we go. You probably come through this way. That would get you out of the docks and then go through the Lesser Market and kind of take like a longer route. That way you're not getting out of the docks to avoid detection for the most part.
Are you showing me like a measurement tool? Because it's not showing up.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I'm not seeing it either.
Well,
Probably
that's
on a
what
different
happens
layer.
when I'm on the GM thing. Hold on.
GM layer.
GM layer. Here we go.
This
Okay.
it's the D&D version of you're on mute.
Yeah, basically.
Yes, yes, it is.
Let's see here. There we go. Okay, so there we go. That should show up, right? The little blue line.
Nope.
Oh my god. Really?
Oh, yep, there it is.
Okay,
there we
I just
go,
had
there
to-
we
I had to
go.
release the button. Okay, so you would probably come up here
Exciting.
and then go down this way through the Lesser Market, because you would know that
Okay.
the docks are basically just this whole left side, but once you're in the Lesser Market, it's no longer Yakuza territory.
Is this asteroid have a lake?
It
It looks
does
like it.
have a lake.
We could swim.
Huh.
It does have a lake indeed. So
Can we swim in this space lake
you could actually.
without dying
What's the gravity
horrendously?
So the way that gravity
That's the
works
gravity.
in space is interesting. Basically, the larger the spear, every little thing has its own gravitational pull. For instance, so like when you're on a ship, apparently it has like its own
Like a
atmosphere?
sustained gravity.
Yeah, it has
Yeah.
a sustained gravity and sustained breathable air. It's D&D.
What?
It's Star Trek
Sweet.
rules.
Okay.
Yeah.
Star Trek rules, yeah.
I'll be a physicist about it.
yeah, exactly.
So fun.
It's okay.
All right, so while you're
It's magic. Don't fucking worry about it.
yeah, it's magic.
magic,
Don't worry
Devin.
about it. Don't question it. Just let it happen.
Devin, the sun rises in the north. Don't worry about it.
Everything's
Don't question
normal.
it.
Yeah, everything's
Always.
normal. It's fine. All right, so while you're making your way through the docks, Selena,
Yes.
while you were going through your patrol, essentially, you spot Silas, who you've been hearing should be dead,
All right.
and you
Looking
see,
real paranoid.
yeah, and you see that it looks like he is walking with a gnome. With the,
Do I know this gnome?
You don't. You have no idea who who that gnome is.
Don't know him.
I would like to. Assuming Silas hasn't seen me yet. Am I pretty sure he hasn't seen me?
Silas, roll me a perception check.
Okay. I have a passive 15. Is that enough?
You know what? That probably would be enough.
Is that opposed?
I don't know. I'll roll for the hell of it.
I wouldn't say that it's opposed because I wouldn't think that you would be stealthy at this point.
I'm also actually kind of just looking for something, right?
Well, you're just kind of patrolling.
Not like
for the
trying to
most
hide.
part.
Okay.
Yeah. Whereas Silas? Yeah, you were actively trying to hide that, and that was actually why that perception check was your first roll, is to see if you would spot Silas or not.
Okay. So I do see him. I'm pretty sure he might not see me.
With a passive of 15, yeah, Silas, I think you would have. You would spot a couple, not just her, but you would spot like a couple of Yakuzas for the most part.
Okay.
But if you want to roll perception to see if anyone's spotted you can.
Yeah, let's do that. That'd be a
It's a
good
stealth
idea,
game.
I think.
Are we gonna out stealth each other? Because it'd be great.
That's a 19 perception.
A 19 perception. Yeah, I think you would have noticed.
Okay.
Because again, since you're on patrol, I wouldn't say that you're really.
But like nobody else is
Was I on
noticing me
patrol
in
with-
particular.
No, it seems like she was the only one that spotted you, for the most part.
Okay. And was I there patrolling like actively with the other Yakuza that are at the docks?
You were by yourself.
Okay.
Just
So I didn't come there with them to like hang out and work.
No, and the Yakuza, the Yakuza is pretty. It's a pretty big group too, and since they kind of see you as more of an outcast, they don't really like to.
They don't really talk to me. Okay,
They don't really
cool.
talk to you.
And then I'm just gonna not even bother piecing out and peace out.
Okay.
And kind of slowly, maybe nonchalantly, but not really actively trying to hide, tail Silas.
Okay.
Remember one of these where he's like,
And I'm just like, oh, this is fun. As I walk casually down the street behind him.
he leans down to Don. He's like, faster. We're walking faster. Let's go.
Oh, okay. And Don picks up the speed as well as you're making your way through the lesser market. And the lesser market, it's kind of your usual busyness and stuff like that. Father Coins and Clementine, what are y'all doing in the lesser market? Would you like to describe what you're all doing?
I'm probably just preaching something about how giving to Joaquin will increase your profits and help you gain more money and more fame.
And I'm there in my rags as he talks, holding out a kind of rusty cup, going through the crowd, begging for money,
Okay.
donations.
What is it? Alms for the poor?
Yes. And tithes for Joaquin.
And I'm giving her signals with my hand as to like who looks the most distracted by my rambling.
I might pickpocket a few people.
Okay. Silas, while you're moving around, you hear all that stuff, but Don's like, "Oh, that sounds interesting. Do you think they might be wanting to possibly join with? They're all about wealth and things of that nature."
What was that? I'm sorry.
Don's like, "Well, they're all talking about wealth. Do you think maybe they would want to join? I don't know how they are, but I mean, they seem pretty."
I'll take a look over. Do I recognize who I'm seeing proselytizing?
You would, yeah. You would have had a couple of run-ins with Father Coins.
I'll say, unfortunately, yes, I do.
Oh, should we approach them? Maybe
He's already walking.
Oh, okay. He's trying to follow you. Father Coins, you would have spotted that. Or actually, roll me a perception check. Let's see if you would have seen them or not.
He's multitasking.
I'm mostly looking to see if they're victims. That's a 15.
A 15? Okay. Celine, roll me a stealth check.
Oh, okay, hold on. No stealth check. 16.
Okay. So, Father Coins, you would have seen Dawn, at least, the little gnome. They would have done a little two-step stop, basically stopped, stared at you for a moment, and then realized that Silas was moving away, and then would proceed to move with Silas.
Oh, do I recognize Dom?
You don't recognize Dawn.
Okay, but I've run into Silas a couple times.
Yes, you would have recognized Silas.
Well, here we got a couple more patrons coming up towards the stage. They know the blessings of Joaquin well. How do you do, fellers?
I'll say hallelujah. Pick someone's pocket, put their coin in the hat.
Roll me a sleight of hand check.
That is 24.
24. Okay, yes, you do that with no problem.
Hell yeah.
Good friend Silas. I knew you would know the good word of Joaquin. I do believe that this bounty shall be brought back to you.
Turns and looks at the crowd a little awkwardly, and he says, yeah, praise be.
Praise me.
I can feel the Holy Spirit. What are you doing out here, you old rascal?
Oh, you know, just finding people that love Joaquin.
I can see that you got quite the flock going here. Listen, I got a gig. You want in?
Well, that depends. Does it please Joaquin?
They're talking on stage.
Very much.
Yes.
This is like, yeah, we're up close now as people are
Stage
dropping coins in the
As they're whispering to each other, I will distract the crowd.
I was actually gonna say, does he make it look like he's like praying in his ear?
As a matter of fact, I think she's going to be overjoyed.
Well, I wouldn't want to take that joy from her now, would I?
How could you? It's your duty as a servant of your faith.
I turn back to the crowd. Joaquin's blessings have been bountiful today, and may they be bountiful in the days that come for all of you. Thank you, and good evening.
Clementine.
Silas just says, with the crowd that yeah, and you, yeah, and you, yeah, and you.
Clementine, roll me a perception check.
Okay. Yes, no. That is a 22.
You spot Celine, and you know that Celine works for the Yakuza.
Father, we should go. We need to get somewhere warm for the night.
Yes, my dear. Come along with us. I believe we have a discussion to be had with Silas here.
Are we blessed tonight, Father?
We are thoroughly blessed tonight.
Oh, praise be.
Good work, you little shit.
Oh, I didn't realize that.
Silas will do some little mock gesture and follow.
All right. Oh, I didn't realize the child was okay. Cool. All right, here we go.
Phantom.
All right. We now will move over to Cornelius, who is already at the bar. And I'm gonna go ahead and I think, yeah, we should be able to. Okay, I know there's a way to do this. I'm gonna see if this works. Let's see. Cornelius, did you move to the bar?
That's a great question.
I think
In
there's
Roll20 or on Discord?
Roll20.
Roll20, I am still looking at the Rock of Brawl.
Okay, I thought there was a way that you could transfer one individual to a spot.
You can. Are you looking at the
I
drop
think
down?
there is.
Yeah.
It's been a very long time since I did it.
You have to. Yeah, it's been a minute.
Yeah, I thought it was you just drag their name in there and it pulled them in there.
It used to be.
Yeah, that's how it could work.
Okay, so let's or maybe do I just draw you on the map? No, okay, let's try. Oh wait, come on. Ha. Yeah. Okay, did it go through?
We'll try refreshing your page.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. Loading Roll20. Nope, still looking at the Rock of Brawl.
Okay.
According
Well,
to
in that
Jason,
case-
wait.
okay,
According to Jason, you drag the icon of their like person from their what is it called? The icon on the bottom of the screen.
Yeah, that's what I was doing. It just,
Yeah.
Are you dragging from there?
Yeah.
Try the name.
Yeah. That's what I was
Okay.
doing, grabbing
Never
the-
mind,
grabbing the
sorry.
name,
I-
didn't want
It's so small on,
I
on
know
Twitch.
it's small, yeah. But yeah. Okay, well, you
Okay.
know what? It's fine. There's nothing that important. I'll just move you all over there.
Okay.
It's
Yay,
not
we're at the
that
bar. Oh gosh.
important.
Oh god, Luigi. Okay.
Let's see here.
I've been waiting for
Where-
this moment.
Where is Cornelius? There we go. Cornelius, where do you want to be in this bar?
Let's see. Most probably just at the bar itself. Just sitting there looking mildly forlorn and slightly lost.
Okay, so I'll put you over there. And
Lovely.
Are you wearing a cloak?
no, that's just
Nope.
that's just the basic character icon.
Oh, okay.
We'll get into what I'm wearing momentarily.
Okay.
Yeah, all right. So you're already at the Happy Beholder. I think that's what it was. Why did they call it the Happy Beholder? Yes, the Happy Beholder.
Yeah.
And with you is Zoltar the Barbarian. Who? Here's what Zotar looks like. Zotar the Barbarian. It's a half orc.
With a glorious beard.
Yes, glorious beard. So, Cornelius, how are things treating you, my friend?
Lately, quite poorly, I find. I've boosted my latest inventions, although functional, have failed to sell in any useful way, so I find myself stuck here. Still on the proverbial rock. Stuck, as it were.
Well, I mean, who do you try to sell your inventions to? I mean, they're very impressive, yes, but sometimes I think that you try to sell to the wrong crowd, and maybe that's why they don't, sell.
Well, they're always very, very convincing people. People with, the right ideas about how a thing can be used, and they always seem to be very enthusiastic, and then I deliver them a number of prototypes, and then they disappear with them. And a while later they come back and say, well, I'm afraid they didn't sell, and also they all caught on fire. So sorry, I don't have your money or your stuff. So I guess I'll just have to try again. Do you know anyone who's looking to sell modestly dangerous projectile weapons?
Dangerous projectile. I mean, no. I mean, we tried getting you on the Xeno Termination Squad, and they didn't like you too much with as you said, the explosions and things of that nature. So Zotar tried
Yes,
best
I
to
do.
get you introduced, but Zotar can only do so much.
Yes, and I do appreciate your efforts. After all, I'm not the traditional GIF. I don't like to box or hack things up with an axe. I do prefer my own brand of violence, when of course violence is necessary, which I generally regard as being the last recourse in any given situation, although I do find myself using it a great deal. If I'm being honest with myself.
That's what I always found so interesting about you. Zoltar found many gifts when he joined onto this planet, or rock, or asteroid, or whatever Zoltar is on. And you were the one that never wanted to fight, for whatever reason. Well, Zoltar liked to fight. Zoltar also brain. Zoltar use brain, conversate sometimes. Zoltar not dumb like most.
Yeah, something I appreciate about you, Zoritar.
Bah.
Another drink? I think we're more or less stuck here for the time being, unless you see anyone who looks like they're in the market for something violent.
Oh, Cornelius, yes. Well, I don't sell in the weapons here, but drinks are fine. We get you drinks now. Here. And he's still looking at you, but you see one of his tentacles like turn around, and like behind him you see drinks pouring as the drink flies over to you and hovers over to you. There you go.
This is the beholder bartender.
This is the beholder bartender, large Luigi.
I'm
Which-
so
Thank you, Luigi. Always a gentleman.
Oh, always a pleasure to serve, As for your dangerous experiments, I mean, I've been to many places, but, yeah, so, as Zotar says, your inventions, they explode too much. I think you'll need to, tweak it a little bit, and maybe you'll sell things.
You may have a point. A self-defense device that is a self-immolating claymore mounted to one's chest is perhaps a little bit aggressive.
No, that we don't want them to actually explode. I mean, we want the enemies to explode, not the actual person. I'm so glad I never tested.
Yes, they did rely on a certain degree of fireproofing on behalf of the owner. I suppose starting by selling to tieflings may have been a bad choice.
I mean, look, I used to know a tiefling. He was kind of a dick, but I mean, he was good with his words. But sometimes you just gotta burn them. And at this point, Silas and Father Coins and Clementine and Dawn. Where's Dawn? I know I have this token here. There we go. Dawn. Y'all enter into the Happy Beholder.
They're all mysterious cloaked figures.
Yeah.
The tokens.
I believe you should have access to move around your stuff too. So if you don't have access to that, let me know.
Let's see.
And
Access to it.
Move your tokens. Okay, yeah, I found me.
perfect.
I do.
As you all come in, you all see this giant beholder. It's like, welcome, my friends. Welcome to the Happy Beholder. How can I help you? Does anyone need a friend? I have my pet Mario here to help those that need. And this green parrot flies over to the counter right here.
Does he really have a parrot
He
named
does.
Mario?
He has a green parrot named Mario.
I love this.
Respect.
Hi there, Luigi. Good to see you, Mario.
Ah, Father Coins! I hear that you do well on the lesser markets again. You staying out of trouble as usual?
Oh, no trouble to be had.
Oh, good. Who? Oh, I see you brought Clementine and... Oh! Silas!
Hey there, big guy.
I heard you were dead.
People say a lot of things.
Especially something about a ship and being destroyed and that you were on it and... Quite the impressive. I
Hey,
don't know.
keep your voice down. Do you want to put a bounty on my head?
There's no trouble coming here. I mean, if they try to start trouble, I put it away very quickly.
And I appreciate you for that, Luigi. Look, at the risk of sounding cliche, I'm putting together a crew.
A crew? A crew for what?
Huh?
How close am I to this conversation?
perception check with disadvantage since it is a bar.
Excellent. Sorry, my character sheet closed when I refreshed. Let's redo that. Perception. I've only got a -2 in that. Let's see how this goes.
Not as bad as I
It's a
thought.
robust. Yeah, yep. That's a 14.
Okay. You probably catch a couple words of like crew, because large Luigi's not being subtle and quiet about it. He's being large Luigi.
Okay.
Don speaks up. It's like, yes, we are acquiring a crew for an adventure of treasure and things of that nature. Oh, well, you're certainly in the right place. I'm sure you can find many people on the rock to, go on adventures and things of that nature. I mean, but treasure, you gotta be a little bit more specific about the treasure.
It's a big score. That's all I'm at liberty to say. Look, you know anybody looking for work? Somebody looks around at the pirate bar. Trustworthy?
Oh, for the record, I am drinking a Shirley Temple.
Okay.
Oh, adorable.
Celine, why don't you go ahead and roll me another stealth check?
With a big ol' crazy straw.
A little umbrella.
I think Cole just got
Yeah,
inspiration.
definitely. At least 2 flowers.
Oh, you looking for your dice? Stealth.
Wait, what? Oh.
Livy.
Oh, no, sorry, I didn't hear you.
Oh.
I was looking at my dog.
That's a good distraction.
Yes.
Yep.
Sorry, stealth, yes. 15.
15. Okay.
Nope. I was definitely distracted by my dog.
I don't have a thing for large Luigi. Oh, wait, I do have a thing for large Luigi. Oh, look at that.
He's a beholder. I don't know if I can out-stealth his watchful eye. I don't know. I feel like I
Beholders
would
are
know Luigi.
confusingly easy to swindle.
I feel like I would know Luigi. I don't know.
With all the eyeballs, you wouldn't think so.
Yeah.
It's their ego.
Yep.
When you ask about that, you see a couple eyes like kind of turn behind him, looking at a GIF, and then you see a couple eyes like looking behind you. It's like, Silas, I think you might be tailed.
Yeah.
Oh,
He'll
okay. You already know
turn.
that. Okay.
He'll turn, and is she just standing there?
She's kind of like
there.
peeking by the door. She's not
I
fully
feel-
in, but
I
she's
don't
like
know.
at the door.
I'm like there.
Yeah.
Pretty sure he sees me, but I'm still like pretending I care that he sees me.
I'm sure she'll be along soon enough.
Oh, okay. Well, you go ahead and grab yourself a table, and I'll get you your usual. Father Coin's your usual.
Yes, please.
Clementine. I know you look like a child,
Yes.
but I know you're of drinking age, so.
Oh, I was gonna play this differently, but sure.
Large Luigi knows many things.
She was gonna have an apple juice and then open a flask, but no, that works.
Oh, they were gonna bring you an apple juice either way.
Ah, okay.
I'll take a sweet tea with vodka.
Ah, and what about? Who are you? You're new, actually. Who are you? Oh, hi. I'm Don. Pleasure to meet you. I'm okay. I'll just take a water. Well, suit yourself. And he's gonna turn around and fly over back to his bar. you're welcome to seat yourself wherever you would like.
Let's find us a booth, shall we?
They appear? No, that's fine.
We'll go one of these lower ones.
Yeah.
The 3
What about
tables.
the green? He
I'm
bounds
going to
over.
watch these people because I heard someone talking about assembling a crew,
And
and
adventure
I'm just
somewhere.
and Luigi seemed to like these people, so I'm going to motion to Zoritar and take my extremely frilly drink and attempt to nonchalantly mosey down the bar here
Okay.
to where I hope I'm within earshot.
Okay. While you're doing that, large Luigi kind of floats by. It's like, oh, Cornelius. Apparently, the people that are sitting over there, they're looking for a crew. I mean, I don't know if they're looking for experimentations, but there's a new guy over there. Maybe you could sell your experiments. He kind of seems like a type that likes to build things.
And who's he pointing at?
He's pointing at the gnome.
Okay.
That's got the goggles on his head.
Pretty well lit in here.
Thank you, Luigi. I shall
Yeah.
take that under advisement.
Yeah, it's
And,
a pretty good bar.
Observe from here, and I'll scooch over to this end of the bar to where I can unsubtly attempt to use my peripheral vision to watch these people.
Roll me a stealth check.
Alrighty, that is at disadvantage because I am in whatever kind of heavy-ish armor I'm in.
Fair.
Alright, that is a 17.
Okay. Anyone that is at the table, roll me a perception check. I did not make a character sheet for Don, so he is not going to have a perception check since I forgot.
21.
Okay. Silas, you spot Cornelius. Just chilling at the bar, and he seems to be making eye contact with all of you.
Just
That's
A
nice.
6'4" hippo man clad head to toe in scale armor that has somehow been modified to cover his entire body.
Oh yeah.
So just sat there, your hands in front of himself, just like looking around while everyone else enjoys their drinks. And he does like a double take when he notices you, like unsubtly staring right at him.
Yep, staring right at you. There's also a bunch of like weird tubes that go like all over the armor on top of the scale mail that you're not really sure what they do or why they're there.
You think we got any need on this gig for a walking tank?
A walking tank.
Boy, that is one noticeable son of a bitch.
Meanwhile, Clementine has the big tankard of apple juice with both hands.
Yep.
He's not the only one. He seems to be noticing us.
You mean that gif over there?
Yeah, big fella.
Oh.
Silas will like give a sharp like whistle, like through his teeth, and just gesture like,
Just to come over.
yeah, it just kind of just like a come here sort of.
Okay. I will make eye contact with Zortar and in a sort of wish me luck, sort of still gormlessly optimistic sort of grad student look, and then hop up, sort of brush off smeared bits of Shirley Temple from my front, and then walk over in the most dignified way that I possibly can, which most of you note isn't. I stand up, put my hands behind my back like I'm attempting to mimic a lecturing professor, but because of the bulk of my armor and the bulk of me, it just sort of looks like a toddler attempting to get everyone's attention. Hello! I am Cornelius Q. Brannock. The Q stands for Quasar. That's how I've been told it's pronounced. I understand you're assembling a crew for something. I happen to be something of a equipment specialist for crew-related activities.
Oh.
And I would humbly like to recommend my services to all of you. You know, assuming you pay anything.
Well.
Clementine will just stare at you, and her eyes will narrow incredulously.
That's good.
I will
What are we?
endeavor and fail to not be awkwarded out by the tiny child with the giant flask staring me down.
Well, funny enough that you mentioned that, being an equipment specialist, tell me, what do you know of your home planet?
Well, if I consult my log and a, notebook, a spring-loaded notebook pops out of my left wrist,
Oh.
it would appear it was lost many eons ago, and no one knows where it is. That's all of it. It's literally half a sentence. That's it.
Oh. So,
That's all you got?
huh.
I mean, I have a great number of recipes in here. Some of them are even for cooking. But no, that's it for the home planet of my people. Yes, the GIF homeworld, lost. We don't know when. We don't know why. What did we do to deserve this? Oh, dear God.
That's heavy.
That is quite heavy. Wait, so...
Words to live by, I find.
So you don't, have any, rumors or anything of that sort about, your own... What's the word? Hypothesis about how your planet might have been lost so long ago? I know it's been quite some time since the planet has been lost and stuff like that, but I've heard there's been many tales of how everyone...
And I disconnected everybody else.
Oh, no? You're still here. Ah! Hypothesis. Yes, a hypothesis. What's your hypothesis on how your planet was lost? Oh, there goes Code.
The joke was
I
so
appreciate-
bad.
I apologize for typing a terrible pun, but I thought you'd all enjoy it.
Sorry, I disconnected there.
There we go.
You missed my joke.
Yes. Yes, Anthony started talking and then everything went very still.
Oh no. Do you I know that the planet was lost so long ago, but you don't have any hypothesis or hypotheses about how your planet was lost? Like your own thoughts?
Hypothesis! I've never thought of that. Good joke. Well, let's... Reasoning that a planet is a very difficult thing to lose, at least if you have decent star charts, as my people are famous for having, we are, after all, a spacefaring species, one assumes it was lost in some kind of horrifying calamity. Maybe resulting from, the intervention of a deity, or perhaps, the actions of some sort of extraplanar evil. That seems the most likely cause. Now, on the other hand, it's possible somebody cast a massive ritual spell of collective failure of memory, and that resulted in all of us having no idea where home was. Can't imagine why anyone would do that, but one only assumes that it is a perhaps overgrown but highly interesting source of cultural history.
But what if I were to tell you that that's what this crew has been assembled for? Essentially to find
I would
your
say,
home
where
planet.
do I sign?
Oh, perfect. Perfect. That's great. Great. I'm glad that was an easy task. Father Coins and Clementine, I believe it was?
She's still staring at him, kind of glaring.
Ah,
Does she
Does that.
always do that?
I don't know.
She
Pretty
always
much.
does.
She raises an eyebrow at you, then gets up and walks around you, looking you up and down, and she's very small. She is 4'8".
You learn to ignore
Arms
it
behind
eventually.
your back.
Cornelius is 6'4".
She tossed her tankard onto the table, hopped off the stool because it's tall, and then is inspecting you head to toe as she walks around you.
You dropped your sippy cup.
She's gonna ignore you.
Yes, one of the delightful elements of a sippy cup is it doesn't spill when you drop it. So I'm just going to leave it there and watch
Just
it
gonna-
roll away.
She'll circle you and then go back to her seat.
Celine, what are you doing at this time? You saw that they had entered further into the bar. You should have control of your character as well, so...
I actually cannot move it.
Really?
Or I would have.
Okay, let's see here.
I was waiting for you to ask me.
Oh, that's weird. I don't know
Also,
why that
also
would
for the
be so
record, if what's her face, the person who asked me if I wanted to sign up, if they had any intent of misdirection, I in no way picked it up.
I got that.
Yeah. Roll me an insight check.
Oh, I can move now. Who, me? Or him? Him.
Him.
I'm like over here.
Cornelius.
I rolled at disadvantage, so take the left.
Yeah,
So that's
you
a
have no
10.
idea. Yeah, he seems like he's being genuine about, searching for this home planet of yours.
Delightful! Do you mind if I grab my drink?
Yes, of course.
Walk
As he
over.
walks away, she's gonna say, I don't know about this guy.
Well, I mean, having a GIF on the team might be beneficial. I mean, since we are essentially looking for the lost home world.
He's a dork.
Well, I mean, that could be many of things. And I mean, also, he's technically not wrong about how this home planet was lost. It's based on the reports that I had found, at least.
Besides, he's got all that armor and equipment.
Yes, and he might
I'm
have
sure
a
he knows
ship.
how to use it.
I'm assuming
Wonder
that
his wallet is. Well,
Wait.
We could use a guy like that with some firepower. Come on.
Someone to take care of the equipment on the ship would be good. Also, does anyone here have a ship? I know Silas doesn't, but I mean, do you perhaps have a chance?
Silas glooms over the table.
Fair point.
nope.
Call me skeptical.
Well, he might have a ship. I mean, if he's an equipment expert, maybe he has some kind of connection of having a ship at least.
I walk back holding my Shirley Temple. Actually, my armor has a cup holder near the elbow on the left side.
Amazing.
A ship? I'm afraid I don't. Although a number of my investors have. Oh, well, I won't go into that. But a number of my investors had ships. Don't know what happened to them.
Wait, had?
I assume so. I mean, they said they wanted my inventions for ship-related enterprises, but all of them have been subsequently reported dead. At least, granted by their, seconds, who were the people who reported to me that they couldn't pay me.
It seems like all you know is that there's a lot you don't know.
I believe that to be an accurate assessment of my present circumstance, yes.
Dawn kind of looks to Clementine and then looks to Silas with a very confused look. Like, did I make a mistake here?
Boy, you need Joaquin.
Only time will tell, bud.
I do already know how to walk, for the record. What is Joaquin?
And then I go
Oh,
into the.
that's one of the deities, isn't it? Are you a cleric?
Only the finest.
Lovely. So we have a man of the gods, and what are the rest of you?
What's it to you?
He's obviously
That's
the
an
muscle.
excellent question. What is the monetary value of information? Well, let's say it's worth 1/4 of my life and/or current life savings, which I'll be honest is not a lot of money.
Celine, roll me a perception check.
Okay.
Yeah, you're eavesdropping.
Cool.
Silas will stand up and introduce himself, give a handshake, and say, Silas Ordo, smuggler, faceman, I'm dead.
I've met a lot of dead men, albeit prior to their demise. Lovely to meet you. Cornelius Q. Brannock. The Q stands for Quasar.
I'll remember that.
Excellent.
well?
We'll keep you from having to repeat it.
Looks like we're just about ready to get this show on the road, Don. What do you say?
Yes, I think the only issue that we would have is acquiring a ship. Cornelius, you said that you knew some investors. Do possibly any of them be willing to give up a ship for this adventure?
Well, if I'm being perfectly honest, which I try to be at all times, it's likely that all of those investors no longer possess vehicles, owing to their recent demise. At least that's what their, correspondents told me.
Huh. Okay.
Seems likely to all of you that this GIF is gullible as hell.
I got that.
This is fabulous.
I've got a good feeling about this.
Yeah. Also, since I forgot to ask, would everyone like to describe what their characters look like?
I was waiting for my actual introduction for that.
Yeah.
This is where the camera pans around.
Yeah.
Who should start?
I'll go. Silas is a very exhausted-looking half-elf of the Wood Elf variety, dressed in like a fur collar bomber jacket, a little tattered at the moment. Could use some new clothes. Shirt's full of holes. He's got the kind of medium-length brown hair, handsome-looking guy. The pupils of his eyes kind of catch the light a little funny, which for those of you that know him is relatively new. Picture half-elf Han Solo with a robot hand for a left hand.
Okay.
All right. Father Coins is a human. Got flowing red hair. He's at the table. He's got his robes on, his keytar slung around his shoulders. He's a fairly stout man.
All right.
All right. Clementine. She is 4'8", 88 pounds. She looks gaunt, like underfed child, and that's intentional. She has pale, slightly iridescent skin, strawberry blonde hair, and color-changing eyes.
All right. Cornelius, you feel a hand on your shoulder. Cornelius, my friend. And you all see a half-orc with a giant red beard standing behind Cornelius, kind of whispering to Cornelius. Luigi over there says that they might be tailed. I think I spotted who was tailing them. Do you want me to bring them over, or what should we do? What does Otar need to do for you?
Oh, yes, Zoritar, that would be lovely if you could just nab them and bring them over here. That would be extremely helpful.
Nab them.
I'll go do that for you. Zotar.
I will not be
Zotar
manhandled,
will
sir.
be back.
Give them the old Zoritar yoink, if you will.
I don't know how I feel about that.
And,
I think he might have a harder time than he's expecting.
With that, he turns around and he comes around the corner. Celine, you see a giant half-orc with a giant red beard come and stand right in front of you. Hello,
Hey.
friend. Look, since we in Happy Beholder, I do not manhandle you. Zotar respects rules of large Luigi.
Of course,
Zotar,
Luigi's boss.
Zotar asks you politely, would you please come to table?
Oh, did Silas invite me?
No, I do not know Silas that
You look
well.
across the bar, he's looking right at you, just like,
I blow him a kiss.
I'm not familiar with Silas, this Silas fellow. Zotar is more friends with the Cornelius, the hippo fellow.
I saw. I don't think I've ever seen a GIF. He looks interesting.
Oh, he's very interesting. So, Zotar invites you to table. I don't know the rest of them. Zotar just know Cornelius.
Now that Zorotar has walked over to this person, I am waving enthusiastically.
Oh, at me?
Yes.
Zotar
I do a cute
waves
little
back
like
at you.
back at him.
So as you see, Zotar friends, Zotar ask you kindly come to table and
Well,
instead of tailing them.
thanks.
Why are you tailing them, by the way?
oh, it's just a good day to be alive, as Silas knows. And I haven't seen him for a while.
So
He didn't check in.
Check. Zotar confused. Why do the...
It's all good. You don't need to know more.
All right, just you're right. Zotar don't need to know. So just don't. Go to.
I follow Luigi's rules.
Good.
I'm here for Silas.
All right, dude. Yeah, and he kind of just puts his arm to like suggest for you to walk over there.
alright, here she comes.
I don't just walk over, I strut.
Okay. You all see.
Which of
Well-
the hooded figures is Silas?
I'm in
like
the, let's see, let me look at the map. I got the red dot.
Oh, the red dot.
Would
Okay.
you like to describe
saw him.
your character that is strutting to this table?
I mean, she looks in relative decent health. Elf girl, probably, just under 6 feet. White top with her shoulders, like a shoulder window peekaboo thing going on. Some interesting looking, like, monk skirt thing going. Baggy pants, sandals. She's got a white mohawk. That's one of the key features I should probably start with next time. But yeah, she's got a white mohawk, and she looks pretty chill. Very relaxed posture, but also very confident strut.
As you walk over, I will immediately stick out an enormous armored hand and say, "Hello, Cornelius Q. Brannock. The Q stands for Quasar. And who do I have the pleasure of meeting?"
My name's Selena. Nice to meet you.
Lovely to meet you, Selena.
She places her hand, like, delicately on his large hand. Is it actually like a hand, or is it like a hippo thing?
It's a hand.
It's
humanoid.
it's a hand. It is
humanoid? Okay,
It is
okay.
fully encased in steel. And
I will just, like,
you
touch the
feel
top of it.
Yes.
Nice to meet you, Cornelius Q. Can I call you Corny?
I don't see why not. That sounds like a lovely abbreviation of my first name.
All right, Corny it is. So she, like, goes by him. Was he the first one?
He was the first one, yeah.
Okay.
Yes, I'm
Ugh.
the one with the purple dot.
Everyone's dots. Okay.
Until we get the character right on there.
Yes, yes. Okay, cool. And I'll just make my way over to Silas if no one else stops me and sit down next to him like, hey.
He's so belligerently just does not move from his position. You like scoot right up next to him on the stool, and he just continues looking forward, and he says, "Hey,
Been a while.
old friend.
Mhm.
Sure has, hasn't it?
Yeah.
We're fine here. Everything's fine. It's all fine here.
We're fine
How are
for
you?"
now. Yeah. Oh, I'm great. Except I thought you died. That was a little sad.
You did. Well, look at me.
You're alive. What a great day.
It would seem so. Well, it's been so nice catching up with you. I'm sure you're very busy.
Not really.
He's like standing up and then sits back down.
Do you two know each other?
Oh, yes.
Why does everyone keep thinking he's dead?
Mm. Luigi seemed a little.
I think that's a
You
good
know.
question.
Was Luigi asking me that?
Didn't Luigi say that?
Luigi said that he heard you were dead.
Then who was asking?
Oh, okay.
Don was asking why everyone was thinking you were dead.
Yes, why does everyone think he's dead?
Well, I imagine it's that chunked up freighter you found me lying among the boxes in, big buddy.
Touche, that's a good point, yes.
It's also because he's really bad at getting back to you when you send him messages.
I got
He,
nothing
like,
to say to that.
side-eyes him.
looks at you, looks back and forth. He's gonna roll an insight check.
Yes.
Right, I don't have.
I would like to as well, actually.
Yeah, go ahead. Roll me an insight check.
She's
I
now
was
shifted
busy.
from glaring at Cornelius to Selena.
How would you describe your two's relationship?
Are we frenemies?
I think that seems right.
Yeah.
Yeah, frenemies.
There's probably a degree of respect, but we're on opposing sides of the scale, I would imagine.
All right.
Yeah. You know, we'll give each other grief, but there's some respect. I mostly give him grief, I guess.
Do you happen to have a ship?
A ship.
You don't have a ship. No one
I
has
don't
a ship.
have a ship. Okay, that's what I thought. I was like, I don't have a ship. No.
Interest?
Oh, here my answer is more along the lines of, do I look like I have money?
I mean, we're on an asteroid. I would just assume that someone would have a ship at least.
Some people do.
What's
Can you
going
hook us up with one?
Yes, can you? Do you have connections?
He's asking
Well-
too many questions. Maybe.
You know, I got some friends that have made some generous offerings to Joaquin. Maybe I can get them to up the ante a little.
Oh, well, that's fascinating.
Listen, Celine, sorry. What?
Hmm?
Why are you following me?
Why didn't you, come back and let me know you're alive?
I had to get a few things straightened out.
Okay.
Feeling a little under the weather.
So what's this I hear about a treasure hunt? Her elf ears kind of like wiggle as she grins.
Says, are you going to be cool about it?
I can be cool about it.
And he looks at Dawn. Nods.
Okay. Okay, well, it should. Let me tell you the tale of what we have in store. And before we go into that tale, let's just go ahead and take a quick break, really quick.
Thank
Cool.
you. I have to say bye because Jason's leaving for work.
Yeah, we'll go ahead and take a quick break. We'll be right back, everyone.
It'll be right back.
All right. And I think they can still hear us on the BRB screen.
Cool.
So there was 2 inspirations that were given out. I will reveal those when it gets closer to the end of the break. Also, welcome in, Kian. I hope you're doing well.
Our good old friend Kian.
Yeah. We can't. Okay, good. They can still hear us. That's good. Thank you for letting us know,
Okay.
Sean.
That is good to know.
Yeah. But I'm glad that I had some stuff prepared. Because I'm like, oh, they're kind of just going right through this, what I had planned. Perfect. All right.
Making us the first D&D party in history to do what you were planning initially.
Kind of, yes. I'm not kidding. I do have a bullet points of like, okay, I think this is probably what's gonna happen with this crew. It kind of has been going so far the way that I had this bullet point. It's like, oh, I know them so well apparently.
Wow, go us.
Yeah, that's what happens when we play in a campaign together for so long.
Yeah.
It depends.
Yeah, that's true. Sometimes you just throw in a wild card and they're like, oh no.
I mean, I decided to be a bully this time, so
I know, this is gonna be interesting. You're playing a whole new character this time. I'm excited.
I'm not playing myself for once.
Mm-hmm.
Every chance possible, I'm playing up the small child looking, but is not actually a small child and is very much an asshole. So any chance you want to use that for flavor, go for it.
Noted. Also, I know this was months ago, but at some point it was determined everyone in the party had swindled me at some point, so feel free to figure out a way in which you have swindled me.
All right.
That I am 100% oblivious to.
I love it.
Yeah, I found this map on Google, and I'm glad that I did. I'm like, oh, cool. There's a map of a bar, and it looks like a beholder. Even better! Now, since it has been a while, did we usually go to 10 or 10:30? Or did we usually call it sooner than that?
I feel like it was between 10 and 10:30.
Okay.
Yeah, somewhere around there.
Because I know we also used to play on the middle of the week instead of a Friday, too, so that's why I'm trying to make sure to keep an eye on the time, too, so that way it's not, like, too much, but since it's a Friday, I mean, it's a little bit easier, I think.
The
Hopefully.
only variable might be Libby putting Nora to bed.
Right.
So much she wants to do there.
Alright, so since the ads are done and the two people that got inspiration are here, Cole, you got an inspiration from Kian, and Melissa,
Ooh, thank you, Kian.
you also got an inspiration from Kian.
Who?
Melissa.
I'm gonna figure out a place to log that.
Appreciate it.
I will also try to keep an eye on it as well. Since I told my mods not to, because the way that Twitch has it works is if someone redeems it, I have to click on a button to like approve of the redeem, so to use those points or refund the points. So I told them, don't touch that, please. I need that to help me keep track of who has inspiration. So my mods are aware of that.
Oh.
Just in case, because I know y'all are good at keeping track of stuff, but just in case if something were to happen.
Lopez, I must say this is a good setup.
Hooray!
Yep.
Yeah. Good.
Good start.
I'll be glad. It does make it. That's why I'm kind of glad. Like, I was nervous, but I'm like, you know what? It's gonna be. I don't have a book to follow. I can completely improvise everything. And
You're
it'll be
free.
fine. It's freedom. I don't have to worry about a book.
Freedom
Humber's so
is
good too.
terrifying.
When when everybody's been playing together for like fucking years.
Yeah.
It's like,
I've been talking about this with Olivia a lot lately. It's like sometimes freedom is good, but then others it's like, oh fuck.
Oh,
is that canon now?
Yeah.
What?
When I'm running a game, I have to have a friggin' book to give me a guideline. Otherwise, things are gonna go off the rails instantly, and there is not gonna be any me planning in the background to back up the wherever my players went.
So the basic general idea that I have is like I'm not having everything fully planned out. I'm just gonna have the specific chunks. So like the rock right now, I have been deep diving in its history and stuff like that, and like taking some stuff and making notes of it. But for the most part, once the rock is actually left, because I'm hoping the rock will be a good few sessions before you leave the rock. Once we leave the rock, we'll probably take a break so I can plan like the next world essentially.
Yeah, good to have a passing familiarity with stuff and be able to just kind of do whatever with it. The strategy. One of my clients asked me recently how I handle when the party doesn't go where I want them to go, and I'm like, well, it's not really about where I want them to go. It's about what they choose to do. I just have stuff that's happening, and they do something in response.
Yeah, that's my favorite module I've run. That is what I did. It was just a world of responses.
Yeah, I think I got two
setting.
railroad I ran, but the one that I have now is I just have things that are happening all around them, and they can go whichever direction they want and do it all in whatever order they want.
Way to do it. My homebrew setting has been like growing as we've played. So like I had pretty solid understanding of like you're doing the basic shit I need right now.
Yeah, have the basic stuff and then let all of you help me create a world. I'm like, oh, okay.
Have your loose list of names and places and ideas, and then sally fucking forth. Things may change along the way.
Sorry for the wait, and I will probably be called away soon by a 3-year-old who's being potty trained.
No, you're good.
All good.
Before I swap back, even though everyone can still hear us, essentially, what's the time looking for everybody? Because I'm trying to I don't remember what time we usually ended things. Was it 10 or 10:30? Or was it sooner?
I think either's fine tonight.
Yeah, I'm good for either one.
Okay, cool.
It's Friday. I don't
Same.
work tomorrow.
That's what I thought too. With it being Friday, I figured it'd be a little bit more bearable. But I just want
and I don't really have to be in as early as I used to either. So
cool. I just want to make sure and stuff. So
Yeah, and you're an hour ahead.
right.
Yeah.
I have to keep that in mind too. Cool.
that's fine. I'm trying to get my sleep schedule back to what would be this anyway.
All right. Well, with that, we'll go ahead and swap it back over to our lovely little map.
I've gotten used to waking up at 5 a.m., but I got to take a nice long nap.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm someone who will stay up until how early I stay up, but I'll still get up at like 5:30 every morning. Even if I went to bed at 2. It's terrible. And I need to sleep more.
All right. So, this mission that we have on it, he looks and he sees Zotar still standing there. Oh, are you joining us on this adventure too?
He seems beefy and useful. I point.
Zotar are many things. Zotar may join, Zotar may not. Zotar is a retired adventurer. Zotar don't really adventure as much anymore. Oh.
I respect your professional decisions, Oritar. However, do you know anyone with a ship? As I understand it, we're going to need one. Zotar does. Zotar knows one person. He's how to put it? He's kind of a dick, but he's someone that I used to run with. This is the Rock of Baranok, my good man. Everyone is a dick. At least best I can tell. No, Cornelius, you misunderstand. There are pirate dicks like here on the rock, and then there's pompous dicks. He's full of himself. This sounds like someone I could, that I dare say the lot of us could throw our weight around against, yes? Look around
Wait.
expectantly.
Is he suggesting
Mark counts.
violence?
Sounds like it.
Nah. Pompous dicks are the easiest ones to swindle.
I agree, whatever that guy said.
Good, we're all in agreement. We're swindling dicks together.
Fantastic.
Well, I mean, if he's able to get
We
us a
should be
ship, I
called
don't
the
see why not.
Swindling Dicks.
This is not called the Swindling Dicks campaign.
It's
It's a space dicks.
It's the Space Dicks campaign, right? Okay. Instead of Spaceballs, it's Space
Swindling
Dicks.
I mean,
Yes.
you gotta get up there eventually.
Directed
Anyway.
by Bell Merks.
Feel free to scream veto at any point, DM.
No. I'm gonna let you roll with what you got. This is your world as well as mine.
Good point. We wouldn't listen anyway.
Exactly.
Yes.
Well, look, he might help, he might not help. I guess it depends on what you're looking for. The man likes to. He considers himself richest man on rock. He's kinda true, but I mean, money can only buy so much, and he is a greedy asshole as well. So I mean, depending on what you're looking for, he might see it as an investment.
Sounds like a
Everything
pretty
you're saying
standard.
about this guy, I love.
Yeah, wait until you meet him.
Do you have his card by any chance?
It,
His card.
no, well, actually, hold on. I think he did give me something one thing. He's like, Zotar's searching through his pockets really quick. He's like, oh, yeah, I don't think this will help much. And he does hand you a card. And all that's on this card is just a cartoonish money bags.
That's it?
That's it. With a top hat on it and a monocle.
I shall take it in the genteel fashion of anyone taking a calling card, and then a little goofy, steampunky Rolodex is going to expand from the left side of my chest, and I'm going to tuck it in there, and then collapse it back inside my armor.
Yes. I mean, Zotar can try to introduce you to them. It's probably not going to, see any of you unless you have some kind of acquaintance. So I guess I'm here for along the ride now. I wasn't expecting to be joining in on this, but I guess I'm here. So, little fella, I guess you were telling story of what you're doing? Ah, yes. Since we have another crew member joining us, I guess I will tell you what we are looking for. Cornelius, was it? And do you by chance at all remember the name of your planet at all?
I'm afraid I don't, unless I'm supposed to.
You don't.
I believe it's been lost to the ages.
Would you like to know what the name of your planet is?
That would be lovely. I'll add it to the annals and we'll communicate it across the great Giphosphere.
Good. The name of your planet is called Lysandria.
Lysandria. What a lovely, eloquent phrase. Quite unlike my people, if I'm being honest.
I know, it was actually quite surprising to learn that that was the name of your planet, but I mean, it happens that way. And as for your records, they are somewhat correct. I did believe that I've heard that the GIF had many rumors lost to time of how your planet was taken. Some of it said that they were destroyed by, well, you all destroyed your homeworlds, and I mean, judging on your creations, I could probably see why that could somewhat be true. As well as, you know, there's rumors of you all sold your planet, and then that it still is existing, and I believe that it does still exist. As for what happened to your planet, I believe that in the terms of you destroying your own homeworld, it's, I would say, probably about half true.
Oh, so there's half a planet out there?
More or less. It's been slightly lost to time and things of that nature. Well, as you can see by yourself, have you ever created any robotic companions?
I have the schematics available. I haven't had the coin recently to enable them, however.
I see. What if I were to tell you that there was quite a few of you that happened to create these robotic creations, but what if I were to tell you that they became a little advanced?
That's unsurprising. We are a tremendously creative people, after all, but what do you mean by advanced? Do you mean in the sense of thinking machines, which of course will inevitably lead to the destruction of any given species when allowed to, you know, procreate for long enough? Is that what you're referring to?
Exactly. Had you thought this man was not as intelligent, he looks at Clementine.
Wait, the machines? Fucked?
Well, they didn't fuck.
They can do that?
Well, you took away from that.
Mechanically.
Does that not procreate?
No, machines can't procreate. I mean, not that I'm aware of.
You phrased it weird.
No, I was saying that you thought
It
Cornelius
depends upon
was...
your definition.
I seem to be...
Why are they discussing procreation with a child?
I'm not a child. I'm 133 fucking years old.
Wow. Okay, why are they discussing procreation with an old hag?
No!
I understand.
My people live to be 900 years old, bitch.
Construction on the elemental level and the evolution of a mechanical species. Is that what we're referring to here, my friend?
I'm sorry. Yeah, well, yes. Essentially, I believe that what had happened is that your people essentially had a war with your own creations. Sorry, I'm
What
choking
a
on
deeply upsetting and yet highly likely outcome.
Right. Well, basically, to my understanding and what I believe has happened, is essentially you all created machinery, as you are aware of, and the machinery became so advanced that it started to think for itself and realized that its creators were the problem of advancing your society. So, essentially, you all went to war. And
You know,
Usual story.
assembling a bunch of thinking automatons would sort of inevitably lead to that conclusion, so I'm not entirely surprised, but do you know where this place is?
yes and no. See, what I have acquired is a map of sorts, which is why I'm glad that I had came across Silas around that wreckage, who had led me here, even though, well, I don't want to talk about that. Basically, he said that coming here would help find a crew to acquire on searching these different planets and things of that nature in order to find keys I believe once we find these keys, it will lead us to your home world, where supposedly there's a lot of leftover treasure because, well, you all couldn't take it.
Excellent. A source of revenue for building a new GIF empire.
Yes, exactly. So, I mean, that is what our mission is here, folks, is to basically acquire a ship and travel to different worlds of the sorts and possibly acquire these keys to unlock a treasure planet.
Magnificent.
What are we supposed to do with all the machines?
Well, that's kind of the neat part. To my understanding, that the other reason why there was the destruction of the planet and basically what happened is they created something of a way to shut off the machines, but by doing so, they destroyed literally everything around themselves as well. I believe they called it an EMP. I don't know what that stands for, though.
Must be some sort of devil.
Possibly.
An electromagnetic propositor. Let's assume that. Let's go with that. That seems likely.
I think it sounds too much like him to me.
Well, whatever it is, apparently when they had activated that, it had disabled all the machinery on the planet, as well as, like, their own ships. So the reason why the GIF were able to escape is they made a deal with the Mercane that allowed them to essentially leave their planet. And basically, ever since then, they've never been able to go back.
That's the best answer, is to run away and drop nukes behind you.
Well, I mean, yes. I guess in a sense, yeah.
Mr. McCain got involved. That must mean this is real.
No, I mean, the Mercane definitely do like to involve themselves in space travel, to my understanding. I mean, they sell spell gem. Actually, is there a McCain shop here? Maybe we could just buy a ship. Does anyone have money?
Do I know who the Mercane are?
Yes.
I've actually rolled for.
Bunch of bastards. What they?
Oh. Have you had a... That doesn't sound good. What is your relationship with the Mercanes?
Well, I figure they're about the reason I'm here. And away from all my money.
Oh.
What happened, Pops?
Yes, do tell us what happened, because that might affect us trying to talk with the Mercane about maybe getting a ship. I've heard they're very relentless about who they deal with.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't screw them over, did you?
Hmm.
Oh,
Do you really want to know?
I wouldn't say that.
I don't think you
Pops,
wanna
spill
know.
it.
No, I don't think you want to know.
I think that says that you screwed them over then.
I'm just saying I wouldn't say that, because it's not that much fun to say.
Okay, so in other words, the Mercane are out. We can't get a ship from the Mercanes. Your friend,
Would you
Sotar...
define yourself as wanted by them?
Oh, actually, that is a good question, yes.
No, more like abandoned by them.
Yeah, I think our scores are pretty much settled.
They're why we're here.
Right. Why did they abandon you? They just... Like, did they actually abandon you, or did they just forget about you?
No, we were dumped.
Ouch.
I thought we had a deal that I was, gonna help them, but I guess they were still mad about something that happened ages ago. And so they just dropped me off here and said, see ya.
Huh. Intriguing. So I think that takes them off the table then. Zotar, was it? Your acquaintance isn't a Mercane, is he? No, he's human. Oh, well, that's good at least. That might give us a chance at least.
Humans. Bunch of dicks, I think.
Out of game.
Looks over at the
Aren't you
human.
I'm
I'm like, wait a minute, out of game, aren't you human? Okay, I'm like, wait a minute, did I mistake my notes?
Nope.
Humans can be self-aware
You
assholes.
tell me that doesn't make you want to swindle them?
Well, we're here to swindle dicks, aren't we?
That's right.
Yeah, whip them out and swindle them.
No, perfect then. Well, Zotar, can you tell us a little bit more about this fella? This, actually, you didn't even tell us what his name is. What is his name? Look, I know it may sound like a fake name when I say this, but this is his name. He goes by the name of Mortimer Moneybags.
Mortimer Moneybags, you say?
Fantastic.
What a great name.
All right, that's a name.
That sounds like quite the swindleable dick to me.
Like I said, it may sound fake, but that is what he calls himself. Like I said, he's kind of a pompous dick, but he might be able to help. He might ask for a favor in return. I don't know. Like I said, he's kind of a dick, but he can be reasoned with. As long as he sees an investment in it and it makes him more money. The man is driven by money.
Aren't we all?
Him more particular. But I mean, if you're searching for treasure planet, I mean, that might pique his interest.
This cat's getting
All right,
smaller
so
and
we have a line
smaller.
of sight to a sponsor. Excellent.
Yes, he would. Yes, he would probably consider himself a sponsor for you if he likes what he hears.
Sponsor.
What is air quotes for sponsor?
Starts as a sponsor and turns into give me all your money.
Oh, he's not pirate. He is actually.
What's he doing out here?
Why is a rich man on this asteroid if he's not a pirate? Or at least some higher form of pirate?
Well, he lives up in the higher courts, the high city, the rock, But as he may not be a pirate, but when I say that he is Dick, I mean that he is Dick. He's
Yes.
he had to run away from his original home planet because he put a lot of people in work positions that were not beneficial for the health and paid them very, very low.
A slaver?
Well, not. I mean, he would still pay them, but they wasn't livable wage, and then he got a lot of money out of it and would not share wealth. And eventually, people got fed up with it and tried to execute him. And then when he joined the crew, I mean, we kind of rescued him, and well, now he essentially paid for all of our stuff until we all got separated from each other.
I feel like I've heard this story before.
You've heard crew of Howling Ants?
I just heard of people get what's coming to them.
Oh,
One likes to hope.
Yeah. He might.
Makes a good bedtime story.
He might be sponsored, but yes.
Anyway,
Get me in there with my keytar and the word of Joaquin, and I think we'll be Joaquin out of there with a ship.
did you say?
As long as it gets us out of here.
What's a keytar?
Yes, he has a keytar slung over his shoulder right now.
know. Okay. You told me about it, but you didn't tell Selena about it.
No, he described it. That was part of what he described himself.
Was I at my computer?
I don't know.
Okay. Anyway, Selena is going to get up and go to the bar now
All right.
because all the nerd talk was definitely frying her brain a little bit.
All right.
And she's gonna get a drink for herself and ask Luigi if she has any foods or if he has any like food scraps that he can donate to a lovely cause for a friend.
Ah, Selena, how are you doing? You want your usual drink?
Yes, please, Ouija.
All right. He does the same. You just see one of his eyes like turn around, and you look behind him. You just see drinks that are being poured, and then you see one glass like kind of float over to you.
Always one for showmanship.
Well, I mean, I gotta keep an eye on everything, right? And you see like there's multiple there's multiple eyes that are just like moving around, and like you see drinks flying everywhere, but no drinks are being spilled whatsoever.
You don't miss a thing, Ouija.
I do my best.
Oh, this little one missed you, by the way. She like reaches into her pocket, puts him on the counter very like discreetly.
Right. What is the name of your creature? It's a mouse, right?
Pockets. His name is Pockets.
It's Pockets.
I love
Is it a miniature giant space
That's
hamster?
pretty cute.
Hello,
He's just a little
Pockets.
mouse.
I hope you're doing well. And then Mario just flies over. It's like, no, Mario, no, bad Mario.
I'm like, Mario. And I like do the, I'm watching you.
Mario just kind of flying around and just flies over here. You know how Mario gets. He sees mouse and he thinks it's food.
Fair. Do you have any little scraps for Pockets?
Of course I do.
Thanks. He loves yours the best. Not that place down the street.
You see like a little cheese float from underneath and just lands on the table.
Yes. I will let him eat happily for a few minutes.
So how are things going with your, well, I can't do air quotations, but family?
Same old, same old. Doesn't
Still,
really feel very familial.
still they didn't give you a tattoo yet?
No.
So
Bastards.
ridiculous. I mean, you've been there for so long. You think they would would
Yeah.
trust you by now.
You'd think.
Well, what can you do? There's only so much.
Yeah, I know. It's just. I can't do much more. I've come very close to dying so many times.
I mean, when you work for the Yakuza, of course that's going to happen. But I mean, at least you're still on the rock, so I mean, that's not as bad.
I guess. You're right. You know what? You're the best.
I do my best, Try to take care of everybody and, have happy endings around here. Wait, not those kind of happy endings. Get your mind out of the gutter.
You know me.
Of course I know you. That's why I say keep your mind out of the gutter.
I mean, from swindle dicks to happy endings. Am I right?
Is that what
Is
the
that,
hell that
is
was
that an
about?
episode title?
Yes.
I will put
That's the
that in
episode
the
title.
Swindle
Welcome.
Dicks and happy endings.
From swindle dicks to happy endings. Yes.
The name of an 8-pager that's floating around.
Anyway. She's pretty much just gonna narratively talk to Luigi about things like she would a hairdresser, I guess.
All right.
I like to think they go way back, and she kind of wandered in here
Yeah.
well before she was of age to drink. And he just kind of welcomed her. And Pockets,
All right.
my little squeaky companion, who is very sweet.
Uh,
That I was asking Silas, but he never answered in the Roll20 chat.
Oh, I missed that. Sorry.
I asked if you want Silas to have known my friend.
Oh. Yeah.
I wanted to say it without giving it away. I like to
Never mind,
imagine that maybe
I was looking at the
Pockets.
screens.
Yeah, I like to imagine maybe Pockets kind of likes you, and it bothers me a little bit, but it's okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I'm up there letting Pockets eat and chatting with Luigi.
all right. Is there anything anyone else is doing at the bar, or not the bar, the table currently?
I think while she's over chatting with Luigi, I'm gonna say to anyone who I'm like on a like familiar, friendly level with, which I think is Father Quines and Clementine. not like hiding anything from Cornelius, but leaning into these guys. He says, "Well, if she's here right now, that means I'm already in trouble."
We need to put a little lead in the gas tank to get that ship out.
Agreed. Let's not expect to leave this place uninterrupted, shall we?
And when you say that,
You had to say it.
put these guys on.
It's like saying, gosh, what a quiet day it is.
Yep.
At least it's not
Like
raining.
Me trying to leave
You
work
all-
earlier today.
You
Oh,
all
yeah?
hear. Oh, large Luigi!
Oh, shit.
My friendly people.
And inside, and at the entrance, walks in a familiar face for
Oh, no.
Selena and Silas.
Yay.
Silas, you can't really see them because you're at the corner of the bar, but you recognize the voice. As this guy comes through the door.
Majima Goro.
Yep, Majima
Don't
Goro,
remember.
because I couldn't think of another name, and I've been playing a lot of Yakuza lately.
I was like, isn't that just his
Honesty,
name?
I
Yep,
like
it is.
All right. So I'm assuming this guy's like an enforcer.
Yep.
Yep.
And behind
I'm assuming this person is another bar patron.
Yeah, and behind him walk in 4 other Yakuza members. I don't have artwork for them. They're elementals, but they are not elementals. I just was too lazy to make do character sheets.
So
Essentially,
they're not really elemental.
they're not real
Yeah,
elementals.
they're just
they
some
are,
dudes.
Yeah, they're just Yakuzas. Basically,
They might have dressed to look like they're part of a group of elementals.
Yeah.
All the symbols are their back tattoos.
Yeah, it's there you go.
Cool.
Yes, that's exactly what it, like you see some of their tattoos are like the elementals essentially.
Just
basically.
gotta rub it in my face, don't they?
Yeah,
Okay.
essentially. I mean, they're well known for wearing tattoos.
They're here for it.
It's like,
I got it.
oh boy, your friends are here.
Oh, friends? I have those?
Well, I mean,
When did that happen? I'm so good at making those.
Technically, you're still part of the Yakuza after all.
I know.
All right, I better go take care of this.
Part of the family, but no one would really care.
Majima! Large
He's lucky.
Luigi! It's a pleasure to always see you. And he's like walking up. It's like, oh, I see the riffraffs in here as well. Hi,
Oh, me?
Selena.
Hi, Maji.
Yeah.
I say through gritted teeth. Leaning on my hand, I put pockets back in my pocket.
Surprised you're not out
Lean over.
patrolling
Are
like you
these
should
friends of
be.
yours?
Sorry, what was that?
Surprised you're in here not patrolling like you should be.
There was nothing there, so I carried on.
Oh, there's always something going on in the docks. That's why we hang out there to, swindle the newcomers that are coming in.
Yes, yes.
Say, Large
what?
Luigi, friend, pal. I need some information.
You built which cannon force ballista.
Yeah, I was wondering where that popped up.
Yeah, sorry, that was me misclicking. I don't actually have those features.
He pulls out a cannon.
Pulls
Take it
out
easy.
a gun. It's like, I'm ready.
Pull over there just trying to fast forward the script.
Look, Large Luigi, I need some information. Well, Majima, if you need information, I need to gather information. That's how it goes around here. Me being an info broker and things of that nature. Yeah. What do you want to know? It's not much of what I want to know. It's much more of what you want to share. Look, Luigi, the information that I'm trying to gather isn't a whole lot of information. That doesn't require me to give you a bunch of information about the Yakuza. You know this! And I can always ask, what do you need? Just a small tad bit of information. Actually, maybe Celine knows. Hey, Celine! He's
Yeah.
like snapping his fingers now. It's like, hey. You happen to see a dead man, have you?
No, not today. No dead people, actually, today. It's been an interesting one.
Wait, you actually see dead people usually?
Do you not?
Touche. Nah, just a certain someone that we've, hear that you like to talk around with and such of that nature. Silas, was it? I believe that's what your friend usually hung around with outside.
What? Silas, isn't he dead?
That's why I'm asking if you've seen him. Apparently, there's been rumors that the man's alive.
And I said I haven't seen a dead person, so if he's alive, that's surprising to me too.
Roll me a deception check.
It's going very well. You
I
did
have
a
a
great job.
3-year-old climbing on me. I'm sorry. Okay, deception. I
Under
am
the table, Silas just
24.
24. All right. I apparently don't have this. I thought I made a character sheet for Machima. What the hell? I know I made a character. Oh, where is it?
No.
I know I made a character sheet. I spent like a good amount of time. Oh, wait. Is it? Oh, it's right there. Found it!
Dang.
Alright, I'm gonna roll an insight for him. 24, that's a good roll. That's a good roll. Where's my D20? I know I have one in here. There it is. Okay.
Okay.
Alright, well, if you happen to see your dead friend,
What is this with people thinking I have friends? She smiles.
I know one day.
Isn't it confusing? I've always found that confusing.
Anyways, if you happen to see your dead friend, be sure to nab him. There's some questions about the ship that he was on.
Ah, okay. Well, if I see him, I will nab him. Very good.
Alright, boys, let's get on out of here. I thought we were getting a drink. Nah, too much riffraff in here. Looks back at you.
I pose sweetly and blow him a kiss.
God damn it. And he walks out of the bar.
Knew that would chase him off.
With the other
I
two
mutter to
following.
Luigi.
Well, I'm glad that no trouble came from that. That was good.
Mm-hmm.
I think we took corner
Maji's kind of
the door.
he's awful.
He's also a little, off the rails.
Yeah, that's part of it.
But he knows not to
I look
start a
back
fight
at
in
him.
here. At least,
Everyone should know that.
I would hope so.
Mm-hmm.
Silas like sweating.
I'm looking at the table and I shout, "You're welcome."
Ah, that was a good
He
choice
said,
for him to go to that
he
back
said,
corner.
"Good work, kid. Don't get cocky."
Wait, so you're supposed to be dead and Yakuza after you?
It's complicated.
Right. Okay, yeah, that's complicated things. Hopefully we do not run into problems, da?
I think you joined the right crew.
Right. Good. Well, in that case, I guess I take you to go see Mr. Moneybags, da? Is there something else you want to do here?
What a great idea!
I
Yes,
think
let's
that
do
sounds good.
that.
Let's do it.
All right, good. Let's.
Hey, Silas, maybe you should, disguise yourself.
It'd probably be a good idea, that way people don't see you. If you're supposed to be in Dead Man and Yakuza's supposed to be finding you. Wait, are you part of Yakuza too?
Who, me?
Me?
No, this one, the elf.
Me?
Both elves.
Oh, right, sorry. The
We
other,
look at
the
each
other,
other.
The other elf.
We're both
The-
elves.
the-
It's Tulio and Miguel. Like,
Is that who we are? Are we Tulio and Miguel?
the
Can I be
female
Miguel?
Zoltar don't remember all sub-races of elves. I know you two are different, but they don't remember which ones they reach.
Uh-huh.
But
let's see.
Who, me?
Well, I can
okay.
I can see about gathering
You
the
know
materials
as-
to disguise
You know as
myself.
much as you should right now, is what I tell him.
are you sure you should be having her with you? She might betray you.
I'm not going to betray
She's not going to
him.
betray us.
Pockets likes him too much. He'd get mad at me.
Odd bunch. Alright, let's
Pockets might actually hiss at me.
Ooh, Pockets loves you.
That's what you
not
think.
Not this time, though. Actually, that's something that you do notice. Pockets does hiss at him.
Really? Oh.
Yeah, I like try to pet him.
Why is he... What did you do?
I didn't do anything.
I've come very close to like doing my hands on hips, tilting my head at him like, what are you doing?
I'm not doing anything. I'm trying to get us out of here. Let's go.
Fine, but you have to explain why Pockets is acting this way with you.
We'll talk later.
You better talk
It's-
later.
Weird. It's weird.
It's weird. You're not-
I think this whole crew is weird.
Takes one to know one, weirdo.
I maintain that I am entirely normal.
You're the weirdest one, but we like it.
Look,
I
Zoltar,
respectfully
no,
disagree,
Cornelius,
madam.
We just quirky. That's the word, quirky.
Quirky.
Quirky. Yes, quirky. That seems like
Mhm.
the right word.
Speak for yourself.
She's scary.
The
I like
child?
it. Yes.
Not a child.
The hag child.
Are you sure that you're not?
I
child?
say
You're
as a
not
whole-
child.
I say as a full-grown elf lady.
He gets down on his head. He does that offensive thing where like the very tall people like get down on their hands and like their knees and like, oh, aren't you cool, little one?
She's cute
not the
but
move.
deadly, I bet.
Do
Anyway,
that if I were you.
She just
Not the
stares at
move.
you with intense eye contact
I
and starts to raise a hand with nails exposed.
Roll me intimidation check.
Steps back, buddy.
Jeez. It's already intimidating. Bonus for being a
Tiny.
child.
Gaunt child.
Hmm.
Haven't you ever seen any horror movies?
What is horror?
That is 17.
17?
Yep.
Okay. Oh. This little one has claws. Oh, that's cute.
Don't cross me, motherfucker.
While he's
Oh,
doing that, and
Gotta learn somehow.
Language, and he finally like stands up a little bit. This one has a potty mouth on them. We should be very careful of what we say around the little one.
I'm going to offer to give Silas a quick makeover with my disguise kit if I have makeup in it.
Okay.
Yes?
Yeah. I'm trying to.
I just want to do like some contour lines to make his face
yeah,
look shape
I'm
different.
trying to think of what role that would be.
Performance?
Isn't there a disguise
Or-
kit? Wait, are you proficient in disguise?
There's a disguise kit.
I believe I am. It was part of my thief tool.
You do
stuff.
have disguise kit, but you're not proficient in disguise kit. So,
Then it'll be even more fun.
So go ahead and roll me just a straight.
Is it-
Just roll me a straight dexterity, nothing added to it.
Oh, fantastic. That's my best stat. Okay. And I rolled a 1. You look like a clown, but it might be so bad that it's great because no one will know who
Makes
you
me
are.
unrecognizable.
That's the point.
They somehow they
This
somehow make you
Oh,
even
God.
look more deadish and ghoulish.
And I say, well, you don't look like you. Really?
Thanks,
Let's
I'll
mess
take
up
that
your
to heart.
hair. So she like musses his hair up.
Yes, if you require anything to mess up any hair, I have a ready supply of tool oil that can be used for that.
I mean, I don't think he wants oil in his hair, but it would probably work.
And since the whole party is together now,
Yeah.
I can actually.
I produced a can of Fantasy WD-40.
It's like, great. Now we're gonna give him a greasy grifter look.
Let's see.
Yes, I believe this is called the Nerf Herder. Now, I don't know what a Nerf is, and I don't know what herding is.
It's when you like, I don't know, you like direct a group of things.
Alright, so I made your guys' party icon this little squid icon. So this is your party icon.
Ooh,
You are currently over here,
a squid.
which is over at Large Luigi.
Yeah.
So, like I said, Waterman Moneybags, he kind of lives in High City, so it's a little bit of a walk. And I'm going to just go ahead and put that on the map. So there we go, chain token.
Potion of slipperiness.
Boop. There we go. Potion of slipperiness.
That's what Fantasy WD-40 is.
Oh, gotcha.
Yes.
We put that in Silas's
Excellent.
hair?
Alright, so Mortimer Moneybags is going to be all the way over here. Let's go
That
ahead.
is a nice one.
While
Do
you're
we not run
walking
into any issue?
there, yeah. How would you say, or are you all trying to like kind of stealthily get over there, or just walking normally over there?
I feel like walking anything
Unassumingly, yeah.
Unassumingly? Okay.
nonchalant.
Nonchalantly. So not like trying to specifically be stealthy, but
I'm
just
not
kind of...
right.
you know.
It seems like it would be more suspicious to act stealthy right now, especially because I assume I'm being watched.
As I step out of the tavern, I'm going to announce safety first, everyone! Press a button next to my neck, and a like Marvin the Robot-sized armored head just sits over my head.
And I'm like,
All right, stealth's
I look
not an
at-
option.
And then two
already
portholes
playing.
open over my eyes.
he has scale mail. He's already not stealthy. But also, I look at
just look
Silas and I go, this guy?
I look at Father Coins and I'm like, what did I say? Dork.
And Don's
then
just
start
kind of like
walking with
looking at
purpose
you,
in
and it's
it.
like, ooh. He's kind of like surprised.
Nerds.
But it's like, ooh, interesting.
Talos just says, I like him.
I kind of like him
And I
too,
start
but
walking in
not your
exactly
normal
what I
type.
assume is the right direction.
Okay. All right.
You're just mad because you can't tell where his wallet is.
Touche. Doesn't mean he's not a dork.
Let's see. Who would like to roll a d20?
I've rolled quite a few. I don't know.
I'll roll another.
Okay.
Yeah. Is this, I don't know.
That's a 3.
A 3.
A 3.
That was
We
the
all
one
fall
thing-
through a
That
manhole.
was the one thing that I haven't prepared yet was encounters. So I'm trying to think. I did have one specific encounter in mind, but that was more of the bar fight that might have happened, but that got evaded, so that was good.
Yeah, I didn't want to fight. I didn't want to fight Maji. Not yet.
Yeah, no, I think a 3 should. Yeah, a 3 would be fine. Yeah. All right, you all managed to, make your way through the city. No encounters. Perfectly fine.
Wow.
Yeah.
Go us.
Gotta.
It's because we're with this giant GIF, right? Who with this weird helmet. People see him and go, no.
This fucking
Actually,
Krogan
yeah. Roll
walking
me a
through town.
perception check while you're walking through town.
All of us?
Yeah,
Standing next to him, nobody is
Except for
going to help.
Cornelius. Cornelius is the only one that does a roll perception check because he's oblivious.
Total 20.
11?
How much?
Total 20.
Total 20?
11.
17. Okay. Clementine?
I was trying to type it.
There we go. Okay.
Oh, typed it twice.
You all notice that when they see Cornelius, they all just kind of like move the hell out of the way and try to avoid getting anywhere near him.
Lord, here he comes. Anyway.
Exactly that.
Yes.
It's like, oh Lord, here
Yeah.
he comes.
You notice at
giant.
random intervals, weird vents will open at different parts of the armor and just out steam.
We're definitely being noticed because of this eccentric, but it's also why people aren't approaching us. I love
How long has it been since I was picked up?
Let's say it's been a couple days. You are starting to feel a bit hungry. And actually, before you all are about to leave Middle City, you know what? I am just gonna put it in there anyway. I'm just gonna have it smaller instead, since it's getting closer to time. Welcome to the back alley.
creepy.
Oh, good. Nothing bad happens here.
Yeah, nothing
Never.
bad happens here.
Never, ever.
It's just a shortcut.
Yeah, just you turn a Cornelius, you turn down a corner thinking that it's a shortcut. You end up finding yourself down an alleyway, and everyone was just kind of following you because they thought that you knew the way, not
Yep.
realizing that Zotar
Check
should have
that out.
been the one leading the way.
First mistake.
I'm gonna put you all on here. Father Coins, Clementine, Cornelius, Selena. I'm not gonna put Zotar on the map. Zotar will just be doing his own thing. I'm trying to think of a different voice because it's not gonna be Majima that comes and grabs you guys. Oi! Oi! Silas! Oi!
Yet.
Is that Selena?
Excuse me.
Selena, grab him! Grab Silas!
Why are we grabbing Silas? What?
Hey, listen. And then
Yeah. And behind you are two Yakuzas.
Oh no.
And
I'm in
just
such trouble.
Let's go ahead and just roll initiative.
so good to see you boys.
Old friends.
Are these friends of yours?
Do I recognize any of these guys personally?
Nah, they're just regular Yakuza. There's just two of them. Nothing too fancy.
No. I can't click. I can't click on me again.
What the hell? I will have to try and fix that
Oh,
afterwards.
That didn't click me either.
Oh, really? Oh,
I-
okay.
I
Apologies.
just can't click me. Like I'm trying.
That's Silas.
No, I did not
Oh,
before.
there.
Selena. Okay.
That's- My
Now
bad.
I'm good.
Are you the one without a dot? I'm assuming.
Yeah.
You should-
Oh, that's
Yes.
weird. You should be able to. That's weird that you can't.
Oh, I can. I just forgot to.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I couldn't. That was the bit difference. Yes. Okay.
Where's my turn order? It's been so long since I've used this thing. There we go. There's the turn order. I remember things.
What?
Selena, give me a quick perception check.
Boy. Okay. 14.
14?
Yeah.
You notice that the tattoos they specifically have are fire. The one on the left is fire, and the one on the right is water.
Okay. Okay. Yay.
That doesn't show up on the stream, really? Okay, cool. And I'm gonna pull these things up and off the stream. so
What
that
do I
way
know
it's-
of those tattoos then?
you know that they basically shoot fire and water. They said essentially these tattoos are the equivalent of avatars. That they're
Okay.
one's a waterbender and firebender, but they can actually summon the stuff themselves.
I want that power. Anyway, are they magic tattoos?
They are magic tattoos.
Okay.
Yep, they are magic tattoos. That's
personal now.
That is why I'm using the elementals, because it's going to be easier instead of writing a new bandit sheet with the tattoos on them.
It's personal now.
Yeah.
Valid.
All right. So
Reskin that shit.
exactly. Exactly.
Yup.
Initiative. Why is it changing Clementine's numbers? What the hell? The hell? Why did it change Clementine's numbers? That's weird.
And it's not a 6. I got a 22.
Yeah, that's weird. Well, when I rolled it, for some reason
actually.
it changed. Yeah, for some reason it changed yours. I don't know why.
So mine should actually be that.
All right, let's see. Cornelius, 15. I'm gonna make sure these.
Oh,
are
and Lydia and I have the same initiative and bonus, so we need to have a roll off.
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll roll off.
21, 22.
Roll d20.
Sure. I'm gonna do it on the computer.
Oh, I rolled a 17.
Silas, you're the red dot, correct?
I rolled a 14.
Yes.
Okay.
So you win. Damn.
Silas is 23. I think I have battle music. Let me check if I've actually made battle music or not. Did I have battle music?
Are you writing the initiative down? Because I can't tell the difference on the turn order.
Yeah, it shows me everyone's.
Oh, okay.
So it's-
Okay. It doesn't show me everyone else's name. So I was like, I see one masked figure, then me, then another masked figure.
That's close enough to battle music, I guess.
It could be battle music.
Yeah, it's could be battle music.
Oh, yeah.
All right. All right. So you rolled a 14. What did Clementine roll for their roll off?
Oh, she rolled a
17.
17. She won.
Okay. So
Yep.
Clementine. Oh, there we go. All right. We start off with Silas.
Okay. Let's see. I think Silas will, with astonishing speed, clip right up to this guy. And he is going to actually.
I didn't think I'd have to fight this time.
Instead of doing that first, he's going to stay put. Actually, I'm going to do this. He, hands it aside like, hey, let's talk about this. And then finger guns straight forward to that guy, Eldritch Blast, thin blue laser beam.
Okay.
And that is
That was actually
24 to hit.
24. That will hit. But that was also nice 'cause when you said that, I heard a laser shot come from the music.
Nice. There you are. That is 14 force damage.
14 force damage.
Nice.
All right. So you just
And
like,
then, yeah, I'll stay put for now.
all right. You're like, hey, let's just say bang bang. Next up is Clementine.
Back the fuck up, motherfuckers.
We just
And
want
then
silence
she's
for
gonna go
questions.
and-
That's all.
You can't have him. Then she's gonna cast Infestation on them.
Aw, she's defending you.
Within 30 feet, one creature. Okay, so it says one creature within range. Which one are you doing it to?
Fireman.
Fire. All right. Fire's got to make a con save. They fail.
Yeah, my spell save DC is 14.
Yep, they failed.
All right. So they have a cloud of mites and fleas.
All right. They take 1d6 damage and move 5 feet in a random direction. If it can move, speed is at least 5 feet. Okay.
Actually, 2d6 because I'm level 5.
All right. Yep, you're right. 2d6.
All right. Roll that on here. 8.
All right. And then go ahead and roll me a d4.
Ooh, so they go south.
Okay. We're going to go running out of the alleyway. Because I think it's...
I told you to back the fuck up.
Moves 5 feet and... Okay, only moves 5 feet. Okay, so... Just 5 feet. Okay, I thought I had to use their full movement. Okay, so yep, they hit back up 5 feet. It's like, ah! Try to get all the insects off of them. Selena, it's your turn.
So, did I recognize the one standing in front of them? Or was it just the fire and water guy?
It's just these two, so it's just 2 random ones.
Oh, that's someone else. Okay.
Yeah, Majima's not here, if that's who you're thinking of.
So let's see. They were just the ones with Majima. No.
Nah, these are just 2 random ones. Two additional
Then
random ones.
I might feel a little less inclined to stop and talk. Okay. Yeah. Okay. No one else has attacked yet, right?
I just did.
Except Clementine, I guess. With
Yeah,
bugs.
Silas. You saw Silas fire off.
Oh,
2
he shot a
Eldritch
thing.
Blasts,
Yes,
and
yes.
Clementine.
Oh, it was Eldritch.
Yeah.
Sorry. Okay. Sorry, I've been going through things. Anyway, okay. Then
You was
I
not
will use Starlight Step, which is basically Misty Step.
Okay.
And I'm gonna get up next to this guy, not covered in bugs, because yuck. And I'm gonna stab him with a
Okay.
dagger. I don't know what the rules are about dual wielding anymore, because I do have 2 daggers.
I
Bonus
believe.
action to attack, you don't add your dexterity to the damage.
Sorry, what was the
Unless
first
you
one?
have the dual wielder feat.
I do not. Okay.
Or no, it's unless you have the fighter feature that would add that.
I do not. Okay. Cool. Then I guess just dagger?
So it's you do 1 dagger attack and you already use your bonus action. So if you were to do a second dagger attack with your bonus action, that's when you do will.
Right. Okay. Then I'll just dagger. 1 dagger. I remember how to attack. I don't know. It's been a while. 13 enough?
13 will miss.
Damn. I guess that's my turn. Hold on.
You know what?
Yeah, it's my turn. But
Roll me deception check.
deception check.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm gonna see if he notices you trying to stab him or not.
if he notices. Oh, I could have stepped behind him. I'm a dork. Okay.
He does it. So he gets shot by those Eldritch blasts, and then you kind of teleport near him with your dagger in hand. And
Yeah.
even though you missed, you like get your hand behind him, so it kind of like you stop him from like falling down, and he thinks you like try to like steady him. So he doesn't know that you're attacking him.
Oh, he thinks I'm helping him.
You think
Okay.
yeah, because you're supposed to be part of the Yakuza, so he thinks you're helping him.
If he lives, he's gonna report me.
All right. Is that your turn?
Yep. I'm not very familiar with my other features and
Okay.
attack things yet, so I'm gonna stick with that for now.
All right. Father Coins.
All right. I will use my action to cast Bless at 2nd level and bless all 4 of the people around me.
Okay.
Now I'm going to move over here, and then I'm going to use a Bardic Inspiration to cast Unsettling Words on the fire guy.
Okay.
And so he will have to subtract 5 from his next saving throw.
Next saving throw. Okay.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Anything else?
Nope.
All right. Cornelius.
Alright, with the confidence of a man who's just very certain he's supposed to be here, 5, 10, 15, I will stride officiously across the alley to the fire dude and go, "You have been exceptionally rude," and then attempt to poke him.
Okay.
With
Poke him?
Yep, poke him with an outstretched gauntlet that seems to be energized with something. Let's find out if it hits. Where is it? There it is. That is a 23 to hit.
That definitely hits.
Let's see. So, I don't have it set up to automatically roll damage. That would be too helpful. 1d8 plus 4. Nope. Forgotten how Roll20 works.
It's been a while for all of us.
Mm-hmm.
I think
Oh,
it's...
/ R.
Yeah, I think it's /
Thank
R.
you. There we go.
All right.
That is 11 thunder damage, and he has disadvantage on attack rolls against anyone but me. And then I will follow that up with a second one.
Don't forget your bless.
Ah, thank you. Let's find out if I think I need it. I'm not gonna waste it on this. So the first one, I walk up, extend one finger, and as I'm about to touch him, a tiny fist on a cartoon extension spring pops out and punches him in the nose, shocking him and sounding and sending a sonic shockwave through his body. Then I attempt to do it again, and a different one pops out of a different part of my wrist and springs way to the left.
Well, I think that you're doing the booming blade, right?
Or sorry, that is a different. No, this is the. Sorry. Not the booming blade, the thunder gauntlets.
Okay. So you were doing a second attack, correct?
Yes, with my gauntlets count as melee weapons, so I can use a bonus action to attack with that.
Oh, so what was the roll for the second attack then?
The second attack was a 7.
I think that's a D.
Or no, that's a D8.
Yeah.
You're right.
That's why I'm like, wait a minute.
Yep. Your confusion is correct. How did I do that? Okay.
11. Okay, so that will miss, yes.
There we go. That one I will use the D4 on.
Okay.
To add 1 for a 12.
Yeah, that will miss.
Okay.
Actually, hold on. Okay, hold on here. Hold on here. Yeah, you know what? I'll just keep it as. Never mind. Yeah, we're fine. Don't want to make it too easy.
Excellent.
Duly noted. And that's it for Cornelius. That is, I have 5 feet of move left. I guess I'll use it to go to here.
All right. So as the infestation's kind of still on him, you kind of just see him. You see the tattoo light up a little bit as like flames kind of erupt from him, getting all the infestation off of him. Just flavor, by the way. As he looks at you, Cornelius, he pulls out his scimitar and will attempt to strike you with his scimitar.
Okay.
Does a 21 hit?
That will hit.
All right. That's gonna deal also fire damage. Oh, I thought that would pop up. Okay, that can pop up. So you're gonna take 10 slashing damage, but
Okay.
as the tattoo also lights up, he's going to also do an additional 8 fire damage.
Ouch. I maintain you are a scoundrel, sir.
Oh, I hope that tin can roast. Next up is the one with the water tattoo. Kind of looks at Selena. Oh, thanks for the assist, and because he doesn't know that you were trying to stab him,
And failed miserably.
he's gonna run up to. Wait, Silas, you're the red dot, right?
I am.
Okay. He's more focused on trying to get to you first, so he's gonna run up to you, Silas, and he's gonna
Okay.
have a trident in hand, and he's going to try to strike. That is a total of 19.
Love you too, Nora.
Hits.
Is there an attack of opportunity
Wait,
for that?
wait. Oops.
Does Selena get a attack of opportunity?
Selena, do you
Do
want
I?
to take an attack of opportunity?
Not yet.
Okay.
I'm waiting. I don't want to ruin
I'm
my
going
opportunity
to-
later.
I'm going to uncanny dodge, so that'll reduce. It's my reaction, and I'll half the damage.
Okay. So you are going to take. You said half the damage, correct?
Yes.
Okay. So you're going to take a total of 5 damage.
Yep.
Or no, sorry, not 5. 3. Total of 3 damage.
3 damage. Okay.
So he pulls out his trident and comes up to try to stab you. And as he tries to stab you, you see the tattoo light up as well as the trident kind of starts whirling with water. But as he tries to strike you, you see it a little bit and kind of dodge out of the way where he only kind of nicks you.
So yeah, like cuts my neck or something on the
Yeah.
side. All right.
And with that, it is now your turn.
How badly wounded is this guy?
He's pretty wounded. He'd probably take a couple more hits at most. But yeah, he's pretty hurt.
Okay. Who is adjacent to me here?
That would be Clementine.
Clementine. Okay. Well, if anyone can withstand witnessing something like this, it's going to be her.
Okay.
No.
Not ominous at all.
I am going to. You see in his face, there's like veins in his neck that are forming, and like the bags under his eyes are a little extra dark, and his pupils get real wide and like reflect the light. And he just dips behind the guy real quick, places one hand over the mouth, and then you see his jaw split, and mandibles go and latch down onto the back of the guy's neck. And I'm gonna do my vampiric bite.
Yep.
Okay.
Joaquin
Oh my
Christ.
god.
That's a 21 to hit.
That definitely hits.
All right, that's gonna be 8 piercing damage, and I will fully heal.
Okay.
Let's see. He also. It's a swashbuckler thing. 1 sec. I get sneak attack on him.
You do.
Nice.
So for
Oh, you got
me, I'm a rogue
Swashbuckler?
3.
Oh, I'm all familiar
Yeah.
with. I'm all familiar with that. Devin's well aware of that one.
Alright, so sneak attack, level 3, I believe, is 1d6. Correct? Let's see.
You're level 2, right? Yeah, I think it. Yeah, I think it is 1d6.
I'm a rogue 3.
Rogue
Yeah.
3.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, I think it was 1d6.
2d6.
I should know
2d6,
this.
yeah.
I don't need to look
Okay.
it up.
So it's going to be 7 sneak attack on top of that.
Okay. So yeah, I'd say everybody except for Cornelius. You all see this happen. Because Cornelius,
This
your
is
back.
new,
Cornelius,
right?
your back is kind of like slightly turned away from him, so you
I
won't.
love that Cornelius is the one missing
Actually, you
it.
know what, Cornelius, go ahead, roll me a perception check.
It just sounds like the most horrible, chunky, like slurping through a straw.
Yeah, Cornelius, you don't notice
He
that at
literally
all.
got
Everyone sees
I
this
rolled a
except for
2.
Cornelius.
The guy just slowly
Wow.
is being lowered to the streets.
Yes, so you just this is all happening as you just see like the skin of this Yakuza just starts getting grayer and grayer as he just slumps dead as all the blood has been drained out of him. And this guy is now dead. Oh, there it is.
Bill Cohen, you made the weirdest things.
All right.
All right then.
Looks to Clementine. His voice kind of sounds like 2 different voices for a second, but he says, "Sorry about that."
I fucking love it.
Brutal. That's all new, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, that is all new. You have never known Silas to do that.
Actually,
Okay.
he's not gonna stay put. He's then going to leap up straight from where he's standing to the side of this building and cling to the wall like Spider-Man.
Okay.
Like
Beautiful.
one of these.
Yep. All right. Clementine, it is now your turn after witnessing a horrific event of a man just having the blood drained out of them.
Oh,
Yeah,
she
no,
got
there's
great.
there's plenty of blood pooling up. I was after some different bodily fluids.
Okay.
Some spinal fluid, more like.
Okay.
He was right that she could take it. She was like, hell yes. She's dark. She's twisty. She is going to cast poison. She's actually going to come here
Mhm.
instead and cast poison spray
All right. Poisons.
and aim it so that I don't get. Who's that next to me?
That would be Cornelius.
The purple one is Cornelius.
Yep.
An 11.
Target must succeed on a con saving throw, and they have a -5 because.
-5.
Yep. That is a fail.
Wait. I think that was
Damage.
2D, yeah, for level 2d12, so it was 11 damage.
11 damage. All right. How do you want to do this?
Yay.
Oh, I didn't hit anyone. I'm
The-
not in trouble.
The noxious gas flows from her hand, and he sucks it up into his nose, and it, like, invades his eyeballs, and he chokes to death.
As the fire kind of dissipates from his body, and he falls to the ground, dead. All right.
Hello, everyone.
Wow. So,
Silas sighs and then stands up straight and walks down the wall.
Silas.
I did not see this.
Yeah, you turn around just as I
Trust me,
get
I'm
back
a
on street
black-
level.
Yeah. So Dawn and Zotar would have both been in an alleyway. They were just doing their own thing at the time, and Dawn just kind of like, oh, so we're just okay. I thought that was gonna be kept secret, but okay, here we are.
Yeah, you ever heard the phrase, I got a monkey on my back?
I
Yes.
believe so.
Something like
What's
that.
monkey?
I'd love to tell you all about it once we get on the ship out of here.
That's if we get this ship. So you're a vampire.
Not really.
Huh.
There's like you see something wriggling like under his shirt, and like an eyeball opens in his neck.
Oh. The fuck is that? Zotar never seen something like that before.
It closes and it reintegrates.
Clementine just like gets on her tiptoes to stare closer at it.
Yeah.
He pulls up his shirt, and like there's like a big scar across his chest, all fucked up, and it just kind of unseams and becomes an open mouthful of teeth, and then closes.
I say, are you a mimic?
Have I noticed this yet?
Yeah, Cornelius, I'd say you would. Yeah, you would see all that.
Huh.
I've got a passenger.
Yeah, that would be the phrase for that. Yeah.
Sick.
Right.
I was
Do I?
on a shuttle, on a job. It was supposed to be like any other gig. Nothing unusual about it. They were real particular about this one locked box, though. I did my job. Don't look at me like that.
Mhm.
I didn't open it.
Cornelius's eyes are saucers.
Hey, even I get boarded sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We get crashed. They kill everybody. Everybody gets shot or put in the airlock. They found me beneath a pile of the crates and some of the other bodies. Shot me up. Left me for dead. I woke up looking at this guy.
Hi.
So who's this guy?
You know him about as well as I do at this point.
It's true. I kind of.
What's his name?
Oh, did I not introduce myself? Oh shit, I'm terribly
It's Dawn,
sorry.
isn't it?
It's Dawn.
Oh, I meant the thing inside of him.
Oh,
What's
Oh,
its name?
What did you do to him?
I listen, there was something in that box that got out and found me. I was the closest thing to a living host, and well, it goes.
I did.
Let's
find
just
out.
say that I've taken to calling it Big Guy.
I'm here.
Ew.
And what does it want?
It's very hungry.
Ew.
Clearly.
Evidently.
I'll find it food. It's now my best friend.
I kind of lean to Father Coins. She is scary.
I think the child should stay away from that one.
Good luck trying to keep me away.
I'm not your parent. I do not take responsibility for you.
Wouldn't recommend it.
He ain't my dad
Do I
either.
have any idea what this could be?
Unfortunately, no. The most that I did was work on his arm.
So you found him and gave him an arm. Okay.
Yeah, for the most part.
So I think I know why Pockets doesn't like you anymore. Okay. Selena's just absorbing and thinking.
He's like, sorry, little buddy. As like one of the eyeballs goes.
He hisses. And goes back in my pocket after like poking his head out to look.
Right. Okay. I guess we can continue on a journey to Mr. Moneybags.
First,
What a
can we,
great idea!
can we get these bodies, like, out of the middle of the street in this alley? Like, off to the side, make them look like they passed out or something.
Well, there's a hold of the sewers here. Why don't we just drop them in?
We could do that, too.
That's an excellent idea. Biological decay
decompose.
should take care of them for us, I think.
Exactly.
Right,
Decay in
yes.
sewers is much different than decay without sewers.
I mean, they're technically caverns and sewers, the same thing, but sure. That's
There,
fine.
there's moisture. It's gross.
I mean, it smells the same.
Look, I've heard stories of things down there, so I mean, wait, well,
They'll
I
probably
mean,
eat
like,
it. It's fine.
Yes, especially the brains. Yeah, they'll eat the brains.
Unless big guy needs to eat any more of them.
So, do you control when this big guy eats?
Says yes and no. I
I don't
try
know that.
my best. I try my best to keep him happy. I've
Okay.
only known him a few days now.
It's
Let's
not,
just say he got impatient.
it's not an infectious thing, right? Like, this thing's not gonna come back to life and, like, have the same thing that you have, huh?
As far as I know.
Well, that's great. As long as it's not going to create more monstrosities, that's fine with me. Look, I've
Yeah, well, keep me alive, and hopefully it won't crawl out of my carcass. He moves forward through the alley.
What a charming image.
only as I'm concerned about the crew that you're going to be riding with, but whatever. Your choice.
She'll just whisper to you, "I got you. I got Revivify."
Fist bump.
And with
Real
that,
team player.
No, when the fist bump makes contact, you hear like an insect like chirping. Like,
okay. And oh, I forgot the character art for that particular character. That's fine. I'll bring it in next time. So y'all managed to get to the high city, no problem. The high city is definitely a lot nicer than the lower city. A lot of field and stuff like that. A lot of big houses. You all come to a particular mansion. Zotar taking the lead, and he knocks on the door. And the door opens, and an older gentleman with a twirly mustache, gray hair. His mustache is gray. And it's like, Mr. Moneybags. Oh, Zotar. It's Master Zotar. Pleasure to see you once again. How can we help you? Jeffrey. Zotar comes to see Mortimer for proposition. Is he available? Well, he's particularly available. He kind of looks outside and sees the rest of everybody there. Are they with you, Master Zotar? Zotar looks back at all of you with a questionable look, and then looks back. More of this. Yeah, they have proposition. We need ship from, and possibly money bags help us. Yeah. Well, I'll see what I can do for you, Master Zotar. You know how Mr. Moneybags feels about strangers begging for money. Well, come on in. I will escort you in as well. I kind of have a map made. It's not particularly great because I made it myself, but here you go. I forgot to label the rooms. But there you go. This is the room that you'll enter. And as you enter into this essentially grand hallway, there are many, many, many paintings of this individual.
Is the pipe?
That is a pipe, yes. Mr. Moneybags is currently in the library. If you would all please follow me. Please do not touch anything. He is very particular about cleanliness. And looking at all of you, just don't touch anything.
What's that supposed to mean?
I shall endeavor not to take personal offense at that, sir.
Hey, what do you take me for?
Ruffians, if I must be honest with all of you.
That was rhetorical.
What does that mean?
Why do you have a child with you?
She's not a
That's
child.
a big word.
Are you sure? They certainly seem like a child. Looks at Clementine. Looks back at Selena.
Just gonna glare up at him.
Even more reasons why I say do not touch anything. If there's any more trouble, it's usually from the children.
Alright,
Anyways,
what's
follow
touchable in
me.
this house?
Take yourself, Clementine.
It's no fun.
And he leads you through the next hallway, which would be over here. And when you enter into this room, this is the dining hall with a big banquet table. No one's there, but just empty banquet table, some candle lights, big fireplace. If you would all just please wait in here, I will acquire Mr. Moneybags himself and see if he has the time to talk with all of you. Tell him that he owes Zoltar favors still. Right. That. Zoltar saved his life many a times. He owes me at least some kind of favor. I will remind him, Master Zotar. And with that, he's going to go through a room over here. And you are all now currently in the dining hall. Is there anything you would all like to do or talk about in this giant dining hall?
Valentine's gonna walk around and look very closely at all of the valuable items, but not actually take anything.
Okay.
There's some
Fancy.
now.
Yeah, there's some fancy vases in here. Some very fine china on the table. Anything else from anybody else?
Yeah, I'm gonna do. Yeah, just gonna. I want to look around and see. I want to examine the craftsmanship of any readily available metalwork.
Go ahead and roll me an investigation check.
That is a 25.
Is there anything in particular you're trying to look for in the works around here, or metalworks in particular?
I want to gauge the rough age and possible source of anything, of anything really nice that he
Okay.
owns.
With that 25 roll, you do find some things that aren't really noticeable unless you're like specifically looking for them. And when you kind of get a closer look, it looks like there is some mechanicalism a little bit, almost like there's some kind of defense system in this home.
Okay, so I pick up the telltale indicators that if we do anything to harm the property or the owner or the staff, that we might be on the receiving end of something painful.
More or less, yes.
Okay.
All right.
Yep. All right, everyone. Don't do anything too alarming or violent. Looks at Silas. Lest
says,
we wind up
"What?"
on the receiving end of any violence ourselves.
What are you looking at me for?
Look,
No reason.
I mostly trust Cornelius, and Cornelius trusts. He looks at Cornelius and looks back at all of you. If he somewhat trusts all of you, I guess so just to somewhat trust you. But yeah, do not do anything. He has a lot of. Look, like I said, he's kind of pompous dick, but he's also very protective of his shit.
It's fine. I'm very trustworthy.
Duh.
I'll just make
Selena
Clementine
rolls her
laugh.
eyes.
And with that, the doors from the dining hall open, and Jeffrey comes out. It's like, ladies and gentlemen, Master Mortimer Moneybags is here to make your acquaintance. And out comes Moneybags, same looking guy from the post, who's like, oh, I believe that you have a proposition for me.
Oh no.
And that is where
Oh,
we're going to end
no.
tonight's session.
Yeah. Okay.
Mortimer Moneybags. All right.
Mortimer Moneybags.
Morty. Anyway.
Oh, Morty.
Yep.
Oh, Morty.
Wonderful. That was good.
I believe you have a proposition for
Look,
me.
I've had a lot
There
of
it is.
people ask, ever since I've made my VTuber debut with my model, everyone's asked me, what the hell happened to the crew? What's going on with the crew? You're all about to find out what happened to the crew, because I put them in this session now.
Yay.
Nice.
All right. With that, I'm going to look for someone to raid for us really quick.
Woo.
Yeah, this went well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We made it further than I thought, with very little combat.
I'm liking what everyone's bringing to the table.
Yeah. My slight preparation was kind of on point a little bit. We went a little bit ahead of what I had planned, which worked out really well too, so that's nice. Because I had slightly stuff planned, but yeah, it worked out. It worked great.
Someone in the chat was just like, "Hey, I saw you were streaming D&D," and I was like, "Oh, I need to see this."
Yeah, we were
Aw.
raided by Daya. Daya, thank you so much for the raid, and I hope everyone here was enjoying this. Rubio Foxo, thank you so much for the follow as well. Yeah, this was session 1 of campaign 2 of our Space Adventures. Title is currently, what did I put in the notes? Hold on here. Oh, the title
the one I said?
Yes, it's Swindling Dixon Happy Endings. That's the title of episode 1.
Yes, I'm so proud. Okay.
Yep,
Oh,
yep.
also, I believe Cornelius got inspiration at some point.
They did earlier
Yep.
at the first break. Yes, I don't.
Okay,
I don't think there's
okay.
been any more added, but
I think that was the only one I saw.
I will double check just to make sure. Let's see. Let's take a look. Let's see. Nope, no other ones were added. So currently we are
Okay.
sitting at 1 inspiration for Cole, 1 inspiration for Melissa, total wise.
Ooh,
Lovely.
both of you. Nice.
Yeah.
Boku.
It's okay. I got the title.
My official petition to name the whole campaign "Swindling Space Sticks."
Maybe.
I mean, if you all
I
want to
second
go with
this.
titles, I
Swindling
appreciate
space
it. It makes it
dicks.
easier for me.
I want to wait another episode before I decide, because we might come up with something better.
Not true.
See you
Not-
later, Swindling Space Dicks.
That's
Are you
what I-
telling Kayla?
Let's, you know what? Let's trying to decide who to raid. There's so many options. So many options.
Raid and pillage.
Raid and pillage. Trying to think.
Are we looking for suggestions? I don't think I have anybody.
I have a couple of people.
No one I follow is on right now except you. So
That makes me special.
Yeah.
We'll go raid Fumbling for Daniel. They're currently playing Jurassic World Evolution 2. They have a podcast as well, and I think they actually have D&D as well. So, you know, yeah, we'll go raid
Fun.
Fumbling for Daniel. Daniel. There we go. Perfect. Raid. Fumbling for Daniel. Get those raid messages going. All right, so this is our D&D session. This was our makeup session from last week, so I believe we should
Next
be
week
back.
we should have
Yes,
one.
I believe next week we should have another D&D session.
that should be our normal one.
Yes, that should be the normal schedule. So this was a makeup session, so we're glad that you all were here to enjoy this. Hopefully, we'll see you all next time. This is going to be a bi-weekly thing as we return to space adventures and all the
swindling dicks.
shenanigans and swindling dicks. With that, you all take care. We shall see you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.
See ya.
Bye.